work their way back into the season.
Another indication of that is Swans are up in first possession, but down in clearances. The pressure and the tackle efficiency from Port Adelaide has been a real positive.
Sweet and McLean, share it down. Jordan trying to get it out. And now Butters has got him.
Well, Chad Warner's had one touch, and the Swans with some personnel missing need Chad Warner to be at his absolute best if they're going to win this game.
Heaney passing through the stoppage. Butters again the tackle, got it to Robot, and he's locked up too. Have another stoppage inside the front 50 for the Swans.
Almost need Warner to be able to replace Heaney at some stage through the middle of the ground and get Heaney forward without compromising inside 50s.
McLean scrambles a kick away, but it's on the full. Saw Willem Drew on the bench as well.
I'm still standing. Yeah.
Such a bad idea, or whether he's decided not to tag Heaney for a little while now. Giving a tag or a rest. We've seen a few teams go with a double team tag situation. If you don't have a James Jordan who can stay with the guy all afternoon. There is Heaney on cue, nearly got a clearance goal. Bergman weaves his way through the traffic nicely. Didn't want to waste it, but did. Roberts, handball half smothered. Kicked off the deck into some distance on the wing by Mead. Power Pepper waited for the pop, didn't pop. Roberts wide. Corey Warner. McInerney back from suspension into the team this week. Umpire said he took a side step and called him to play on, but no one's heard the play on. Now the play on. That was weird. Pulls the kick to the pocket, or Port Adelaide and a lead.
Yeah, it's replay and repeat.
He had to go quick, McInerney, didn't he?
The umpire wanted him to go quick.
Yeah, there was just too much delay, allowed Port Adelaide to get set. And they are having a field day in their defensive 50, the tools from Port Adelaide.
Moraes tries to measure the kick, dangerous one.
Oh, that's worse. No, get that shit out of there.
Jordan, handball away to Blakey. Backs himself
No, that's
in.
worse.
Weaving run away to McInerney. Sends it in the Heaney direction over his head and out of bounds.
Yeah, I think the Port Adelaide coaching staff would like a little bit more energy out of Darcy Byrne-Jones there on that chase. He had the lizard, and he just waltzed around him.
All right, there we are. Jesus.
Repeat stoppages here in their forward 50, the Swans.
Oh, I've got to go get the stream now, don't I? Twat.
There's Errol Goulden. How much would they love to have him out there today? They're all Australian from last year. Warner.
Am I not live?
Sweet.
Hello?
Soccer skills on show. Out to Bice.
Huh?
Sold the dummy. Closes to 45 out. Riley Bice misses.
No, I am.
The whole
Lyle.
set.
Yeah, well, Byrne-Jones covered his left foot, so that's in that particular instance, but he just had the speed to get around him. They've been horrible by foot, Sydney.
And he's normally a lot better than that, Riley Bice. He's vying for Recruit of the Year on us. Only in game 5, the 24-year-old, too old for a Rising Star nomination. Otherwise, he would have been nominated by now. Closing seconds of the quarter. One last roll of the dice for McLean, perhaps.
One last roll of the dice for the Eagles. Leo Berry is dead.
Distance. What will Port Adelaide do with 35 and counting on the clock?
System or execution for the Swans going inside forward 50?
I think both. Yeah. Certainly both.
Grundy tried to keep it alive, but to his detriment.
Piss off, Izzy. Not now, brother.
Certainly the skill level doesn't help.
Yep.
But I just think the positions in which they're kicking to and the delay which is coming further up the field is allowing Port Adelaide just to be really strong in defence.
Down the line they travel. Sydney.
Dylan, what's up, bro? You're the first one here, so W.
I reckon boring as well is another word.
Yeah. Well, they haven't
just
been
not
allowed
flicking it around.
They haven't been allowed to switch the ball, and that's Port Adelaide's defence. So they've forced them into this long down the line type of game, which is allowing them to be really strong defensively.
So Hamling's
where is everyone? I don't know, bro. Most just prefer to stay on TikTok.
Port Adelaide would be extremely happy with their opening terms work, coming off a 30-point win over Hawthorn last week.
Oh, piss off.
Coming off a 31-point loss to Collingwood last week. Port Adelaide at quarter time by 18 points, 4-2 to 1-2. Footy never.
Damn, Swan's getting fried real, bro. Although I'm not even really watching, but yeah.
Today, Bulldogs and the Saints.
Bulldogs and the Saints, that'll be good. obviously I'd pick you, bro. You're the only one that watches footy, and you're the best guy to watch footy with. So, because you actually know what you're talking about. So yeah. Loki wants Saints to win. Fair enough. Wait, how many? Port Adelaide on 4 goals 20 now. Oh, 4 goals 2. I mean, sorry, 26 total. Crazy, bro. Swans are getting fried. Quarter time. Oh, what? I've actually got to edit this text every time. Quarter. Quarter. No, cunt. There we go. Oh my god, I did it. Bro, I just cancelled that whole thing. What are we doing? I hate YouTube, bro. Port might be back. Honestly, bro, they might, and I don't like saying it. I don't like it. I don't like it. They're not meant to do this. They're meant to be bad. Oh! This just makes me look... I look like a Port fan, bro. I'm watching the footy on KO Zane. Ugh. So, yeah. Should have tipped Port. I know I should have switched, right? But again, it's only quarter time, so we'll have to see. But yeah, it's definitely not looking good at the moment. Not looking good at all. Oh my god. Well, this is disappointing. This is very disappointing. What's... Ginnivan dropped. People are getting sad about that, and it's like, well, you deserve it, you prat. Nah, I love Guinea. Oh! I love Guinea, but damn, he's not performing well, bro. He's not performed well at all. Maybe Swans will have a comeback. Oh my god, it's happened again. Yo. Someone, don't allow me to speak. Oh my god. Maybe Sydney will have a comeback. Yeah, I think, well, definitely. They're only 3 goals down, so it's nothing like crazy. Like, they're not out of it by any means. So, yeah. Oh my god. How did I get banned? Apparently, bullying and harassment. Apparently. According to TikTok. Guinea has a goal now. Are you lying to me this time, or are we actually being for real? Let's have a look. And again, 1 goal in the VFL is like, yeah, not good. If he wants to make himself... If he wants to get back in, he's got to get at least 25 and 3, I reckon. Because it is the VFL. The difference between VFL and AFL, especially as we've scored 12 goals. He does have a goal, so you weren't lying. But, you know, how's his impact actually been? Okay, he's got 13 touches now. Okay, so he's putting up a bit better. Was that 20 minutes gone? Oh my days. Yeah, that's still not great, bro. Bailey, what's up, bro? Rigged at least, we will win, so you be happy. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Marks inside 50, 1 to 8. 8 marks inside 50 for Port Adelaide. That's criminal. Vision, bro, what's up? I'm the guy that put you in an edit. Remember the first guy? I can't remember the first person that put me in. I think Dom Sheed might have been the first person to put me in an edit. I think. But yeah, I love the edits. I appreciate the edits as well. I think they're bloody hilarious. But yeah. Hawks are looking good in the VFL. Hopefully we can drag that across to the seniors. But, yeah. Huswaite, 21 touches for Huswaite so far. He's been terrific again. 8 clearances. This guy is a gun. An absolute gun. Bailey McDonald back. Oh, sorry, Sam Butler back in action. He's got the 10 touches. The 2 clearances as well. Not bad, not bad. Jack Inovan, a goal. Yeah, just it's not looking great for Jackie at all. Yeah, that's not good. He might be trapped in the VFL for a bit. I'm excited for Hawks Brizzy. I would be too. That's going to be a fantastic game. No, it was C. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, your edit was sick, bro. I did an edit on Port Adelaide. Yeah. I was also the guy that put you in the edit where I muted you. Yep. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, your edits are good as, bro. Damn, Hawks cooking cats in VFL. Hopefully we can do that tomorrow. All jokes though. No, I know it's jokes, and I love it. I mean, if I'm gonna chat, I've got to take it back as well. So, Deer back next week. Bye Chol. Well, he plays VFL next week, so he's not back in AFL level next week. He's gonna get VFL minutes first, and I just realised we are well and truly in the second quarter, and we're probably not that far in. Yeah, that seems about right. So my bad, hold up. There we go. Prepped. And I'll get the audio back on.
One of his biggest hits is None Shall Sleep. And
yeah, so Kaush is going to have VFL, or limited time in the VFL next week. And then they're going to decide what to do with him after that, based on his performance. Because obviously he's not going to come back in if he's not performing well. Or if he just doesn't look AFL level yet, or fit.
Hanley looked around to see what options he had. He simply needed to get it inside 50 and maybe try and hit a target. Burgoyne stood in the hole, holds it in.
It's a better result though. At least they get a stoppage inside their forward 50. You can get numbers to this particular.
So yeah, Port Adelaide looking good though. I haven't actually been paying attention because I've been trying to see if my appeal will get approved. But oh well. Burgoyne, Aaliyah.
Now Aaliyah off the back flank. He's only lost once against his
Surely you take that. Good boy.
This is what you want, the repeat entry on
That's not 15, lad.
to Lloyd. Hand pass over the top to Blakey.
Gives it to Blakey.
Has time for a bounce, Blakey. Kicks a high up and under.
God damn, you probably could have kicked that if you really put it all on.
Hasn't had much influence.
That forward line is it's not looking good for Sydney, bro. McCartan and McLean in there.
I think once again, I think it's obviously the delivery makes it a bit better, but he can get himself under the ball a bit. McCartan certainly when he plays forward.
Yeah, it's a bit of a yikes. No Amadi.
Hit the easy targets thin. He's putting together a pretty good year.
Damn.
Crumbs it. Turned outside. Knew he had Florent. Turnover. Moraes. The possession machine to Mead. Little 1-2. Does well. Game 50. Heads toward half forward.
Go on, Lloydie.
Really
Did very well.
Hassles him.
Good tackle from Jay.
The boundary line, the friend of Milliken will get a ball in.
It's crazy how umpires can know how far 15 metres is, but not 50. Real, bro. How you give an 80-metre penalty is absolutely criminal. I couldn't believe it. And apparently my voice can't either, because it is dying right now. What bay are you sitting in tomorrow? Dan, I have to check. I don't have a clue. Because I have general admission tickets, because I was given the tickets for free. My mum's work friend gave them to me. And I got two free tickets for free. But they're general admission, so I won't actually know.
Take forward stoppage as the Swans work it out. Chad Warner, clip time. With the free kick. Same team as his brother today. They've got a strong record, the Swans have brothers turning out for them even in recent times.
He's over his mark. He's well over his mark, you twat. God damn. Tom, what's up? Port smashing. I'm level 2 in the Pansford stand. Yeah, well, Yeah, I don't know. Just look out for the blue hair. If you see, you see. Here we go. Did Guinea kick a second?
Up goes Grundy.
Sam Butler's kicked 3 goals. God damn.
No doubt, Dean.
Guinea
Cox
did
would have
not kick a
questioned
second.
The pressure and the ability to chase. You just see there, Warner just basically stops. The ball's being turned over. The effort to run defensively by their good players is not at the level at the moment.
God damn.
To be playing AFL football, so that needs to improve.
Nice. That was good from Grundy. But it's going to come straight back, you'd think. Bergman couldn't read it properly. McCartan, good tap, but Bergman gets it. Good shrug off. Burgoyne. Bergman and Burgoyne doing well. Shit, I was going to check something. Oh, yeah. You cooked me like what? Oh.
In his sights, still couldn't nail it. There was a goal on the offering if he makes the tackle. That'd be a worried coach's box right now.
Yeah, Dean Cox, first season as coach for the Swans, working the phone overtime. Both ruckmen had a piece of each other's jumper. Butters with the strength. That looked throwish from here to Drew. Bounces it inside 50. Lord gave it out wide.
What emotes are we spamming in here? Who's winning tomorrow? I think Geelong by 2 goals. Is Guinea playing good in VFL? Not really. He's got 15 touches, to be fair, but I don't know. I'm not watching, so it's a bit hard to judge. But he's only kicked the 1 goal, 1 behind. Guinea would want to pull his head in 100%, especially if he's looking to get back into, you know, AFL. Wow, wait, what a goal.
It's only game 3. It looks like he's got what it takes.
Well, he and Georgiades,
Porter cooking, I can't lie. Porter cooking.
Two really good check sides for goal.
Who let them cook?
Once again, you can just
'Cause it
see
wasn't
here
me.
the Butters pick up. And is it a throw? Yes, it was a throw upon replay. With the quick kick out of stoppage, and then you just see the isolation inside Port Adelaide's forward 50, the ability to get past the contest. Blakey, it is on this occasion, just gets caught ball watching with Cochrane slipping in behind him. Fantastic finish from that position on the ground.
Geez, I did my best to give the umpire the benefit of the doubt, but it's a shocking throw, that one.
How bad was the throw? I want to see.
This is little brother Dougie, who
Cochrane. Interesting choice of names, but
best player in the 16s carnival last year for SA. Crooked bounce, Hump lets them go. The sweep bunches it forward. Roberts whacks it out wide. Is Lloyd mowed down as soon as he got it? Bit of tunnel ball.
mowed down. They've got. What happened to TikTok? I got banned for bullying and harassment apparently.
Very clear explanation. I'm not sure Mitch was listening to that.
That is a mark, lad.
You reckon, Jared?
That's a mark.
I think the umpire might have had a case fit the deck.
Chad Warner gets it out of defensive 50. McCartan had a play on it.
So he just gets himself underneath the drop of the ball.
Yep.
And really allows Radagalier to dictate.
Yeah, I know, Zane. Bad throw. Kids need to stop reporting you. It's so weird. Yeah, it happens, but like you shouldn't get banned because I appeal it, right? They have to watch through my stream. So I don't understand what they've found in that stream to come to the conclusion that I have been, you know, harassing or bullying someone. I was going to change tip to Port. Yeah, so was I. I was thinking about it because people were telling me to, but yeah, I didn't, and this is what you get.
There's other midfielders that can do that for Port, so he does the tagging role. Georgiades, Burn-Jones, a sizzler toward Powell-Pepper.
Oh God.
Slick from Lloyd.
High.
And they're all
Has
under
to
the
be.
hammer with every possession, the Swans.
Well, we just saw the numbers on the pressurometer, 204 to mid 170s. It doesn't lie. We can see it. The Swans are under the pump. Another couple of goals and this game's over.
Sweet. The telling touch there, Rowbottom. Get it out of here, kick off the deck. Jordan to Campbell. Throw against Jordan.
advantage point, the umpire there for the James Jordan throw.
Wow. So they call that throw.
Number 1 mark inside 50 team in the comp. Port Adelaide.
Can't. That's not
Showed the
15.
opening term, they took 8 of them.
Yo.
It was just 15.
That was about a good 11.
Rosie with the entry. Into the pocket. Over the top, Georgiades. And out the back for a throw-in.
It's that same pocket they're going to.
Yep.
But at this end of the ground. Georgiades obviously likes to lead to that pocket. Some guys do have a preferred side to lead to. To take a mark on the run.
The ball is living in the front half of Port Adelaide at the moment.
Oh
The
shit!
Swans
I
just cannot
completely
get at the other
just
end of the ground.
left my
Sweet
phone.
front spot, knocks it central. Heaney, was that a handball? Butters to make something out of nothing. It goes wide. And
Wow.
it's
Oh, Georgie.
That's 3 in a row that he's almost had, and he looks at the umpire and says, "Oh, nearly."
Well, you can only smile.
Yeah. He has had the best season of his career so far, Miss Georgiades. Dean Cox working the bench. The Brains Trust, McInerney, Blakey having a chat on either side of him. Butters goes and gets, they go and get him, gang tackled. He's got some work to do, he's coming off a long career as an assistant to John Longmire, 14 seasons.
They've had a tough run, bro, Sydney.
Coaching South Melbourne Sydney Swans history, John Longmire.
They've had Collingwood already. They've had
Butters gets it out.
Brisbane. They've had Hawthorn. They've had Port. They've had so many contenders and good teams.
Midfielders, forwards, backs. You can have a group conversation. It's another missed kick.
Cleary gets
Well,
out of the
excuse
hole.
me.
It is as poor a display of kicking as we've seen by any side this year in the first quarter and a half.
What's really quiet?
This is
The
extraordinary
game
that, Sydney has
or
done
me?
this game.
2 in every 5. They're coughing up their kicks at the moment. The Swans kick inside 50. Punched away to Boak. Hand pass to Rioli in a dangerous
Or
spot.
both.
Sells a bit of candy.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Goes. And how the footy world
Opinions on
loves
Sydney.
him.
I reckon they'll make the 8. I think they'll sneak in, but it's
Rioli's
not looking
teammates
good
rush to him once more. And Port
at
powers
all.
further ahead in this game.
Well, that was really the only way the ball was going to get to halfway, was through Port Adelaide kicking a goal and it returning to the centre of the ground.
Oh,
It
it's
was
the
once
game
again
quiet,
great
really?
pressure. It was great vision by Travis Boak on the back of a couple of really poor kicks by Sydney, exiting their own defensive 50. Just see there, the handball by Boak to Rioli. The ability to sell that you're going outside, then coming back in and having just that time to finish.
Yeah, it's a total domination at the present time. Sydney got the fumbles. They've got they're shambolic with their kicking at the present time. Willie's just putting on a show there. Doesn't have much of the ball as Willie, but that was pretty clever.
Yeah, you could argue he's their most potent forward, their most dangerous forward. Willie Rioli, 3 goals last week.
Port own a
Campbell
Swan
bangs
for
it out
now.
there.
Yeah,
Just
they
goes
sure
for the
do.
wobbly talk, gets it inside 50 and Radigaleo.
And
read that
again,
to perfection.
you can't do
Yeah,
that,
they can't win a
lads.
contest forward of the ball.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
smashed at the other end. So once again, the McCartan
That's their
decision
issue,
comes
bro.
into
It's the
play.
forward line. Intercept marks 2 to 7
Where is he
Port
best
Adelaide's
suited?
way.
Yeah, well,
They're just getting
come a
battered
point where
around in these
you're gonna have to try
contests.
something
That's
else.
in the
That
back,
looks like a
has to
push
be.
out. Lord looks at the umpires to say what. Hamlin knew exactly what.
Yep. So this is where you try and change an angle. Lynchy put it on the agenda in the
Sydney's
first
getting
quarter. Try and
roasted,
bring that
sure
ball
are.
back
If
on the
the
inside,
Blues win next
or either
week,
switch
will
it
the
to
lid
try
be
and
back
draw
off?
Port Adelaide out.
I think
Just
so,
keep going down
considering
the line to
you'd have to
Radigaleo
beat
and
Geelong, I
O'Leary.
would say,
So
yeah.
they've tried this a few times and they just well defended by Port Adelaide behind the ball.
There
That's a
we
good
go.
grab, McLean. Legally edged this man under the ball. The crowd rise. Big round of applause. They need Hayden McLean.
Hawks
to
did try to
stand up.
come
They
back,
can
yeah.
afford to take
They
a few marks
did,
inside 50.
but it wasn't enough, so
And slot some goals to bring him back. He had the reach and the leverage.
shouldn't have went down by that
on
much.
me.
So. Ow.
Well, that's his second mark inside 50, Dwayne. And that is the only 2 for Sydney so far.
How do I feel about Guinea? I mean, he'll play VFL until he starts
Port Adelaide's kicked
performing.
the last 5 goals of this
that's
game
that.
in a row. McLean struts in and he can't stop the rock.
Yikes.
No, and you're not going to win a game of footy on based on contested marks. So they're a bonus
Correct.
in today's day and age of footy. You've got to nail the goals when they come through.
Rosie out of defence under pressure. McLean wins it back to Cleary.
They're getting no run whatsoever.
There's Campbell away towards Wicks. The short kick goes
So that's 15. But
Sure. Not even a mowing strip. Mowing strips are...
I don't know why I got banned. Bullying and harassment, apparently. Don't see Port losing from here, neither. Could have had a chance if CJ didn't sell. I agree that he needs to go as well. Him, Chol. Can't wait for them to get dropped. Sydney miss. I don't think if they lose this, they miss. As well, they'll be 2 and 4, which isn't great, but you know, Brisbane were 2 and 5 last year, to be fair. And again, it was because of the injuries that Brisbane were carrying at the start of the year, kind of just like Sydney. You can't miss here. Can't miss this. You miss this, you've lost the game. You can't.
He'll kick your goals.
Hayward hooking.
There we go.
He's got it. And he stops the bleeding. And that was one that Sydney badly needed. After 5 straight for the power either side of quarter time.
Why do I want Chol to get dropped? He's very lazy. And he's not putting enough score impact. He's not doing anything. Any news on Will Day? Will Day's out for 3 months. That's it. We don't have a timeline on his exact return yet. But you're looking at probably round 19 at the earliest. Maybe round 18. Oh, actually, no, you're probably looking, no, sorry, between round 16 and 20, probably.
How important it is from a Port Adelaide point of view to stay engaged, to look who's around you, not get caught watching the ball.
TikTok is so done with bans, yeah. This makes Hawthorn look better than they did. Kinda, yeah, kinda. Sydney mark and Sydney goal. Oh yeah, you said that too, lol. We can't never just have Will Day. Yeah, I know, Will Day just can't get a break, bro. But again, you can't rely on one player. And we're way better than what we showed last week, especially without Will Day. I mean, Cal Shadir statistically was a bigger loss in terms of win-losses without him. So, than Will Day. We went 3 wins, 6 losses without Will Day, 1 win, 8 losses without Cal Shadir. So, yeah, we went 4-0 without Cal Shadir this year. So it's like, yeah, you can't have one person out and have that determine everything.
Good battle, little knock on.
Nice. Did
Did
well, Warner.
Beautifully for Corey Warner. A sizzler.
Good mark, McInerney.
Something going their way. Hands it off to the
Go, Blakey.
This would bring the house down. Missed it.
Yeah, but that's the handball.
Yeah.
So you've got to keep turning up and providing the option if you're Blakey.
Now lock it in. Got to lock it in as best you can.
From McInerney, they need more of that in their game.
Is Ginnivan that much of a loss? No. Not the way he's playing right now, not at all. He wouldn't have got dropped otherwise. Chol is very inconsistent, absolutely. Would you say the best performing on Hawks at the moment?
Stabs it very short.
Probably Carl Amon.
Man on halfback in
He's the most consistent. Sicily, maybe.
breaking, dangerous
But
left
Carl
foot.
Amon's just been
Kane Farrell punched away by
on top of Jai Newcomb, probably. Either Newcomb or Amon.
Well and truly,
Will White is amazing. Carlton only won against bottom teams. That's correct. But if they do beat Geelong next week, then they're back in the frame of top 8. Do you think Richmond win 3 of the next 4?
Lord doing some of the
I think 2, but they could definitely do 3.
The SCG.
That's the SCG.
Do you think Moore will be an All-Australian? I don't think so. Not this year. He hasn't been like horrible by any means. He's still been very good, but All-Australian level, when you've got players like Rankin, Rochelle, Stengel, Heaney, it's a bit tough.
McLean and Lord. McLean gets rid of him. McInerney away to Blakey. And he gets some run going. Handball away to Roberts. Can he give it back to him? He does. Boundary line wins out.
Well,
that's an awful handball. Tigers are underrated when at home. Yeah, true. They're not horrible at all.
Up in Sydney because he's such a dangerous kick. But again, just continuing their little period of dominance. Sydney haven't got much on the board to show for it.
Lord with a palm down.
I'll check on. Oh, Jesus. I'll check on how Jack Ginnivan is travelling.
looks like he's been given the task, Roberts, to go on to...
Will Darcy be an All-Australian in a couple of years? Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Butters tried to get it on the run through. Row bottom on hands and knees, fed it up. Butters steals, gave to Burgoyne in some space. To Mead on the run. He looked around, no one was around him. Went to that pocket again. Still alive for Georgiades, couldn't quite trap it. Cochrane too slick with the handoff. To go and mop his mess up and try and catch the lizard. He slipped away from him, slipped a kick inside, didn't hit a target. Jordan made it look okay. Corey Warner around his body, but straight to the Hornet, Horn Francis.
He's got 15 touches.
Quickly they do inside kick to Farrell. They want to go Port Adelaide if they can.
Yeah, not a great kick from Corey Warner. He knew he was under the pressure, but you just can't. You got to do something better.
Darcy
than
to kick 4+, maybe.
Rosie to Butters. The leaders involved for Port. We'll take any kind of sting out of this.
Oh yeah, Richmond could be very scary in a few years.
A slow play here. Butters down the line. Punched away by Hamling, and Pepper sees it out.
Yeah, there wasn't too much movement in the forward 50.
Where do you think Reid will go?
Wasn't in a rush.
Probably
to
Essendon.
There, so in the end, it was just a kick to the pocket to be able to set
Sydney are not going to win. Probably not.
You just see there the congestion.
We're smashing
really
the Cats in the VFL. Yeah,
player.
we are. What, 35 points or whatever.
Power 5 in a row before that. Here's Rioli to try and get his second of the term. High up and under, and Hamling with a bit of help. Lloyd in the other direction.
Well, be red light flashing right now. Willie Rioli, the Hornet. Just geniuses at ground level, close to goal.
A few deep breaths from Mitch Georgiades. An almost kind of day. Kicked a nice check side earlier in the piece. McLean wins it down. Drew has a windy. He's Florent. Had the row bottom.
Bowey.
Gets it out of the
tackle.
Defensive 50 for the time being. Farrell, not quite. Boak. Back to Farrell. Hannelly gets a kind bounce. Left it behind. He's McInerney to Rowbottom to Roberts.
Oh no, Florent. Pick the ball up, lad.
Sliding in the tackle, Mead. Ball back in dispute, and Corey Warner's clipped high. So.
Yeah, good win from Corey Warner.
No way. What about the Wizard?
The work rate's lifted by Sydney in the last 8
If
minutes.
Butters goes.
Kicking not so much.
Advantage.
Port Adelaide allowed to play under advantage. Horn Francis to Rioli. Took the heat, took the Sharon. And again, he's a big bang for buck player, Willie Rioli. You give him a few possessions, he will hurt you big time. And there's now Pepper getting hurt big time.
That's a rib buster.
He doesn't go down easy.
Willie Rioli, this is game 96. He's only ever had one Brownlow vote his entire 96 game career. So he doesn't dominate games, but he does dominate parts of play to the point that he turns games. Premiership player in his own right. In his struts. You can't nail this moment. That's across the face. Fell through for a behind.
So he's ass.
There for Port Adelaide because the Swans are coming right now.
The Swans are off and moving too. Bice off the back flank.
Wow, that was
nice. Wins the clear one-on-one.
Yeah, just not showing any craft there whatsoever.
Here's Rosie. Sends it back down to half forward in from the side. Malikan. Love having him back. Hasn't played since round 1 against the Lions. Moves on a little hurriedly here to Rampy.
Again, 2-on-1, lad.
Get another go. Ratagalia stretching for it. Rosie lends a hand.
That's
dumped in the tackle from McCartan. It'll be a free for the Port skipper.
Yep, well, Rosie's the spare, so that James Jordan tag has been dropped.
I don't know how the holders were a shove,
which means
but
Port Adelaide have got a spare behind the ball. And most often it
probably
will be
on the back, to be fair.
As Dwayne mentioned, premiership players, the only one that's won a premiership in this Port Adelaide team today. Sydney have a couple with, you see James Jordan at the Demons. And Joel Hamling, early in his career, and a young man with the Western Bulldogs.
Ironically against Sydney.
Yes. The times have changed. A stint with the Dockers in between. And Port here just controlling a bit of possession.
They can pull it back into the corridor at times as well, so if you're Sydney here, you don't want to get dragged too wide.
Sin. Oh, takes on Hayward on the mark, gets around him. Another contest kick down the line, and in the end, the only man who competes is McLean, who takes the intercept mark for Sydney.
Yeah, he's starting to put
Richmond's
a
going to
few
lose
good
to the
things
Hawks,
together
but
here,
I
McLean,
hope.
but ball movement,
well.
if you're going to go small in the forward line, if it's going to be stoppage, you need the ball coming in. If they're
Yeah, I
get the
mean,
best out
I'm
of
kind of
Haywood,
scared to
it
verse
needs to
Richmond
go in
because
quicker.
you just don't know what you're going to get out of them.
Almost the grab for the man you're talking about. Little 1-2 might work. Cleary flicks the handball up. Boak picked their pocket, got it to me.
But
Down the spine they travel.
we should be
Horn
beating
Francis.
So.
Big 4 minutes coming up here to half-time. Horn Francis to Power Pepper. Couldn't get their wicks. They've sent him back this year. And he's been really good back there. Short to Corey. Bice. Campbell. Hands it out wider to Blakey.
Gotta kick this one, Blakey.
He's on the run.
Oh,
Can you believe it?
wow.
Well, once again, though, good signs. Wicks was magnificent. It was one of the great marks of the weekend and nearly turned into
We
a
won't
goal.
lose on our 100-year game. That is that too, and I am going to that game as well.
He charged forward.
Their forward line won't score on our defence. True.
Short to Butters. Now at the Mead. Here go Port Adelaide again.
Doing it well here, Port. Really executed well.
To Burgoyne, to Burn.
I mean, the last time we versed Richmond, it was Dusty's
Continues the shift out to
300.
Horn Francis. All the hyphens combined.
But they're doing it with some speed. It's get it and go, get it and go. Make it up on the way through if you have to.
Back to Burn Jones. That was inventive. Try to force the out of bounds on the full.
We've just seen Ollie Wines come from the ground and go down to the change rooms with the doctor. Now, he came off about 7 minutes ago, spent 5 minutes on the bench, and most of that time was with the doctor. So he's gone back on, but now off, and looks like in some concern.
Horn Francis clipped high. Florent got him. This will be a shot at goal for the Power.
Yeah, just sloppy, wasn't it? I mean, that's what you get when you get a player like Horn Francis coming through the stoppage at speed.
Did we all just see the clock just then? It went from 3:06 to 2:59. It just skip down. What the fuck?
After the ball hit the post for the Lizard, and they both said the same motion with their fingers. Go quick, go quick.
What
Keep
the
it going,
fuck?
keep it moving.
Jason Horn Francis.
You versus Melbourne will be a very interesting game. I have no idea how it's going to go. Yikes.
Shanks that. In the end, he's lucky to register it behind.
Must be the balls.
Yeah, bad balls.
The same ones as they had in Adelaide yesterday. They couldn't kick those either.
Well,
some players like Isaac Rankin and
So I don't know how that's going to go. You definitely can beat them.
left-handers and
You'll
right-handers.
probably beat West Coast. Could beat
Roberts.
North as well.
Looks pretty good off the boot. Launches it. Burgoyne and Sweet. Sweet can't mark it. Hayward crumbs it. Inside kick is good.
Ooh, Blakey.
McInerney to Blakey. He's had 3 goes at this. The Lizard runs. Has a bounce. Slithered inside 50. And can't nail this either.
Nick
But
Blakey
Lizard
is
blizzard, But he
shit.
can't nail the goal.
He's nearly missed everything there, Dwayne. But that kick inside the corridor brings this player
Blakey,
into the
bro.
game. You could just see there he sensed it.
North are
As soon as he
confusing,
came back
real.
in, he was off.
You don't know what
That's
you're going to
why
get out of
Port Adelaide
them.
have tried so hard to deny it. Geez, you nearly marked that one down.
yeah, marked a couple down. I reckon he might have slithered a few metres too far, but they're a bit more generous with the running, the umpires.
Farrell goes long up to the wing. Hand on it from Grundy. Sweet knocks it away. Straight there to Bice. Works his way
Wow,
through
he did
traffic
very well.
to Chad Warner.
Just wasn't the
Mowed
handball
down.
to
Sweet
give, bro.
wins it back.
That
to
was
Drew.
shithouse.
Up over halfway for the Power. Robert spoils, but straight to Power Pepper. He
Yeah, that's a
opens
goal.
up field for him. Long pick to Georgiades. He marks. He can just roll and go and bangs it up into the second deck.
Yikes.
And the Power get the immediate answer.
That's game over.
And any type of momentum the Swans were hoping to build, Jared, disappears.
Yeah, it's a killer blow.
That's bad. That is
Without
poor.
question, Corbin. And when you've got the momentum, you've worked really hard for 10
Yeah,
minutes.
YouTube
Jordan, and, you have
is
2 or
nearly
3
as
shots
bad
at
as
goal,
TikTok.
And then you make one error, and you can see here, Lewis Malikan is overcommitted. Georgiades out the back.
No, my TikTok
This is a
ban
momentum
didn't get
and,
approved.
an energy
I don't even know how long I'm
Well, it's
banned for,
effectively a
to be
2-goal
honest.
turnaround, isn't it?
Yeah.
From the miss, and then Port Adelaide getting out the back. He wasn't going to drop that one. Mitch Georgiades runs into an open goal.
A lot of players, Port Adelaide, whose fathers played at AFL, VFL level. Mitch Georgiades, another one, but a lot of father-sons as well.
How long have I even been for?
Jace Burgoyne, Tom Cochran, Jackson Mead, Jason Horne-Francis.
Tomorrow at 3:19 p.m, which happens to be at the exact same time the Hawks game starts.
From
Port back, yeah.
dangerous
By the looks, yeah.
22 here for the Swans. Love to
The
give
Swans
them,
are very
hate to
injured,
concede
but
one.
still.
Lloyd's got it. Flicks the handball forward in hope. A little fumble, and that's all it takes sometimes. Drew rolls it on. Boak attacks it hard. Boak one way, Heaney the other. Bice ducked out of a jam. Handball almost picked off by Butters. He had plenty of ideas as to what he wanted to do with it. He just couldn't collect it. He gets it now. He flicks it to Powell Pepper. Danger
And
again.
Georgiades again.
Georgiades!
He's dropped another one.
That's
Jesus.
4 that he's put to the grass. Row bottom nearly. 2 Port players collide. Burn-Jones.
Oh, he had an
Double
opportunity.
teamed. Gets away with it.
Yeah, Georgiades could have
Swans
had
are so
some
sloppy,
half
I
of
know.
football. And that was a difficult one. He's getting an opportunity. He's getting some looks at it.
McInerney gave it off. Florent goes by hand. Long feed to the wing. Warner collects it. Seconds are ticking. A last roll of the dice here for the Swans. If
For the Eagles, Leo Berry Eustace.
And it'll be a ball up with 20 left on the clock.
Well, after half-time, they're going to need all their superstars to play well. Warner's lifted. Heaney hasn't touched it in this term.
Rosie braced for contact. Took the Sharon, knowing the contact would come and knowing that he had to take some seconds off the clock. The signs are
What
off
should
the
be
bench.
up by way
30
more,
second
probably.
Signs. I'm not sure they've got a 14-second sign.
But Sydney,
to
well,
wake
not
up
really.
now.
Sydney
They
have
know
had
how long left.
opportunities. I mean, Blakey could have easily kicked 3,
Row bottom after Grundy.
but I
was
just
the big stealer.
didn't
Warner
have
with
the
chip.
accuracy.
They mark, they don't get it.
Ugh.
Sin. And that's
Yikes.
exactly what it's been from the Swans going inside 50. Sin after sin after sin. They just can't find a target in there to pass to.
Yikes.
And Dean Cox is going to have to reach deep into his bag of tricks at half-time.
Swans and Suns are like
SCG,
twins
the
this
Swans
week.
have not won
Real.
at the SCG this season. 2 games here so far.
Although
for 2
losing to
losses,
Richmond is a
and
lot
they're in
worse than Port Adelaide.
27-point
A
hole
lot
with a half
worse.
to come. Great to have your company on the Sunday ticket on Fox Footy. Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'm watching a pretty boring ass game right now. I want to go away. So what, they lead by 27 at half time. Swans gotta have a better second half. Oh shit, yeah. See, I'm getting tired. This game's that boring. But yeah, you're damn right. They gotta have a better second game. When's the other game at? Will I even get to watch it? Yeah. 7:20. Why is it so late? Damn. James Jordan equals fake tagger. Real. And who was he even supposed to tag? This year draft is bad, sadly. Huh? What do you mean? Why is the draft bad? He was meant to go on Butters, wasn't he? Butters has had 14, bro. Even Rosie's had 15. Yeah. Bruh. To have 2 goals and a half of footy at home is crazy. How's Guinea doing? I'll have a look. If North finish last, we get the first round pick. Yeah, that's right, because bloody Richmond have their first rounder. It's just mostly filled with father-sons. Ah, real. Hawks are up by 32. Ginnivan's kicked a second goal, so that's something at least. He's had 19 touches, kicked 2 goals too. And the 3 tackles. So, you know, not a bad game by any means. He's had 3 marks. Okay. So not awful. Huswaiter's dirty touches again. Kid's dominating. 8 tackles as well from the guy. He's got to get an opportunity, bro. This kid is cooked. I want to see clearance numbers though. How's Huswaite doing in clearances? I'm going to guess 6. Oh my god, he's had 10. Jesus. Okay then. Ned Reeves dominating the ruck as well. 50 hit-outs is insane. You're just over halfway through the 4th. You'd think at least. I'm actually going to watch this game. Fuck it, let's watch this game of VFL. At GMHBA. So, let's bloody put it on. Google. Watch this while it's halftime break in the other game, and by the time this game's done, and I'll be able to tell you how Guinea's doing. Where even is the little fucker? Yeah, VFL. GWS is second. If the Hawks win, they go to 5th. Or, no, 4th. Oh, and we're beating Geelong, who are 3rd right now. Yeah, fuck, that's crazy.
They might have just
There
said
we go.
you've had about 50 hit-outs today, Ned.
Watching the VFL.
Probably enough.
Can Paul make the top 8, or you still think they're dog shit? I think they can make the top 8.
John Clark's had a fair bit of it.
What is this?
Touches, leading ball get up for Geelong.
I am not allowed to show that.
It's a one-on-one down there. We've got a foot race for the ball. And Butler's done this a few times today. He's looking for number 5. Look away, handball. McCabe nowhere near it. Ball turns back over. McCartan was the one that regained it. Sarcevic, good sidestep. Cat's out of danger here. Riccardi's handball. It bounced up nicely for Murray. Looking to go inboard by hands.
Good tackle.
Good tackle.
McCabe unstuck on the wing. The tackle from Porter on Mitch Duncan. He's not happy, Mitch Duncan.
No. No.
Duncan in the VFL is crazy.
He lined him up from a fair way out, Callum Porter.
We're on the wing. Here is Porter.
Is that Ramsden?
Finger breaker. Almost brought it in there.
Oh.
Did Herbert. Riccardi.
There's Guinea.
High wobbler. Duncan jumped at it. Bianco as well for Box Hill.
I want to see Huswaite, bro. Get Huswaite on.
Had to get it out quickly. It did. Tobin Murray. Wiltshire has to take on Ward. He did take on Ward.
Ooh.
And ball up is the call.
How's that a ball up, motherfucker?
Was posing for holding the ball, but
possibility for Box Hill flag, Hawks, AFLW flag, and AFL flag. That would be crazy, bro. You should make a TikTok about your fave AFL teams from 1 to 18. That's a good video idea. I will keep that in mind. Who is your top 5 most hated teams and why? 1, Port Adelaide. I don't even have to explain.
Sun could have been an issue there.
Then it's Collingwood, just because.
Great ball by Sarong.
Good boy, Sarong.
Luckily, the ball rebounded.
2 is Collingwood. Again, I think that's pretty obvious. The 2 worst fan bases in the league.
Yeah, we did.
Port Adelaide, obviously, over the last 6 months have increased.
Yeah, that's good work.
The hatred. Then it would probably be Essendon.
Had some shallow ones today.
Essendon and Carlton, just absolute brain-dead fan bases.
In front of Chaplin. Good handball back by Duncan.
Oh, McDonald, come on, bro.
Bobbling away at half forward here. Good pressure there by the Hawks to trap it back in, and we'll have another stoppage. Kruger sitting behind.
And then who do I really hate?
40 odd to 50 metres away from this contest. So if a quick kick comes out,
you said. I feel like.
And knowing that, that's a really smart kick by the Hawks. Kruger was corridor side. The kick went boundary side. And was
there's Guinea. Hi, Guinea.
Triple over. And the
I feel like I'd have to just put Geelong in there, just considering the
Kruger will seem
the rivalry
opposed
we
to
have with
Ramsden in
them,
the
but I
ruck.
really don't hate them that
Front of
much.
the red chicky stand. Nice tap by Ramsden. Found its way to Duncan though. It was like Huswaite. Oh, excellent work by Rundle. Back with the flight. Can he finish? He deserves a goal. And just sneaks the wrong side of the post.
How are you missing that, lad? You either kick it or centre it
To bring this ball in for the Cats.
to fucking McCabe, who's
Disposal
wide
number
open,
25,
bro.
This one for Jai Clark.
And where's fucking Raz at, bro?
VFL side after playing the 3 opening games of the year.
There's
at top level for the
Huswaite.
Cats.
Gets
Huswaite
it.
to
There's
Ginnivan.
Guinea.
Simonson, the debutant, Bianco. Wanted to go outside of the boot. The ball was then
Nice
smothered by Randall. It came back to, it was a Ginnivan that gave it off to
There it
Bianco. Then the right foot snap at
Oh,
goal.
how
It's
do you
another
miss
miss
that?
for Rundle. So Ginnivan's had a good second half here.
Yes. No,
Now on Sunday,
Yep.
Box Hill's going to Wonthaggi. Hawthorn's at Marvel against West Coast.
Yes.
Where's Jack Ginnivan going to be?
I don't think he'll be going down to Monash. I don't think so. I think he'll be going to Marvel to play West Coast. He would have done everything. He's done everything Sam Mitchell would have asked of him today. He's been quite selfless at times, which is a great thing to see in an AFL player coming back to this level. And he really, along with Butler and Hill, has shown some real spark forward to centre for the Hawks. And as well as we said during the call, gained some really good midfield time.
Barely sighted in the first quarter, 2 goals, 2, and has had 21 touches for the game.
Here you go, the Hawks through the corridor. It's a half forward, McCabe. Good position, Arundel. Nice tap on. Saw a
Give it
free
to
player
Guinea,
in
you fucking
Stanley.
fucker.
He's gonna
Yeah,
walk in.
there's Jackie.
Nice handball to Ginnivan for his third.
Go on,
Good
Guinea.
team play by the Hawks.
He gave it off.
This is what happens when you've got 14 AFL listed guys against 7.
Yep.
We have
Yeah, the
14
handball
AFL
conditioning
listed
is different.
guys.
Yeah, the handball breaks,
Jesus.
especially in that third
Well,
term.
yeah, actually that makes sense, because Blank would be here
Bit
too.
more
Fuck
fast, more
me.
structure
I
forward
should have
to the
watched
ball
this rather than
and
Pal.
connection.
How many has Guinea kicked? He's now kicked
But
3.
as we
He just
said through
kicked
the
his
call,
third.
from a personnel perspective,
And he's kicked 2 behinds on top
lot
of
the
that.
VFL
He's
listed
apparently
cats
been
as
very
well as some of the AFL listed ones have shown some really good signs today.
selfless as
Apologies.
well.
And
But
so that'll be
obviously I
happening
can't
for
see
Chris
how
Scott and his
many,
coaching staff,
you know.
if they're here today or watching on replay.
And Huswaite has 34 touches.
Nathan
Incredible.
Kruger gets big Maxi Ramsden.
Yeah, Guinea's had
Kruger up
22
with
touches,
Ramsden,
3
winning the
goals.
goal,
He
though.
will
Ramsden won the
definitely
tap
be
down.
moving back in the AFL,
Geelong
bro.
wins the clearance. Rechko, nice work there by Ryan coming up the back
And
of the
here's
square.
Huswaite again for number
Man with
35 and
another
another
poisoning.
clearance. Beautiful
Onto the
kick
chest
as
of
well.
Bianco. He's got a free player inside
And it's
50.
Guinea.
He finds him, and it's that man Ginnivan.
And Jack could kick his 4th right now. Yo.
Nice work by Bianco. Good vision. Dangerous running pattern there by Ginnivan. Sliding inside 50 on a
Yeah,
pass play.
he will be back in the main side next week, lads.
At the opposite end in goal,
That's for
so
sure.
This is well within his repertoire. He'll kick
Go
from
on,
about
Jackie.
48 to 45 metres by the time ball leaves his boot.
Bro, he'll be kicking from like 40.
Just stabbed at it though.
And he's got it. He's
got
got
there.
it.
Whatever works. It was a low ball. To be honest, I reckon it was a pretty tight kick.
He's kicked 4, Jack
Just missed
Ginnivan,
the outfield
and I've
jam
just
off the
seen
top of
2
the
goals back to back
defender,
from him.
And Jack Ginnivan's got 4.
I suppose good news for the Cats.
And he's
is that they're
what?
still
How
in the
many
top
touches
4
is he
on
on
the
now?
Smitty's VFL
23.
table. This will be their first loss of the year. Got a huge, had a huge start to the season. Did the Cats? The 3 opening wins to start the year. Obviously, a good win against Santee in round 1 that boosted some percentage and
That's
able
massive.
to get past both the Bull Ants and the KC Demons as well. They are 4th on the table. At 3
So the
and
Hawks
1. Box
will
Hill
likely
go
move up to
3rd
third.
tonight.
Yep, third.
Of course,
There
around
you
the
go.
ground, Sandringham still
GWS have a
leading Footscray as well.
209
Fairly
percentage.
late in that
What?
game. Footscray's
Who did
got a
they
huge
flog,
percentage
bro?
thanks to
Yeah, that
their
makes sense.
monster win over the
Fucking
Bull Ants at the
Sand.
start of the season.
I don't even know how to pronounce those
They would have
fuckers.
jumped
100 points.
the Hawks and the Cats with a win, but that's
Frankston
not
by
going to happen.
That's
Rechko
Williamstown, sorry.
straight onto the chest of Kruger.
That's a great pass. Just
Who
put
else
it
did
into the
they whack?
space. Allow Kruger to move onto the ball.
He's getting a move on here. Does he
He is.
think that Geelong have got time? I don't think that's the case. He's going for his 4th. He kicked 3 in the first half.
Well, he's missed because he's
Missed
shit.
that one across the face.
Probably did rush that a bit.
Oh
to be
my
honest.
god, the
Could have taken his
Bullants are
30.
so shit,
147
bro.
at the 26.5
They
minute
still
mark.
suck
I don't think they're going to
ass.
get a comeback now.
They need to, like...
There's Ryan goes to the outer side. Quickly played on.
They
McDonald.
score 3 goals every week.
Up today, McDonald.
They're so
Outside
bad.
ball here, and Ward decides to
The
take
Gold
a
Coast
bounce
whack
and
them
a
by
5-metre
100
kick for
and-
McCabe.
Oh, like, damn.
Held onto it for a little while. Drew Bianco to it. Nice build up here by the Box Hill Hawks. Hill caught him behind. First hand on it there for the Cats. McCarty last line of defence, but Ward's there for Box Hill. Back out into the sun. And he will go over the top, hoping to set up Anderson, who sat back, couldn't take it. Still at ground level here.
Guinea again fighting
It's not
for
going
it.
to come out.
He was circling there, Jack Ginnivan. He might have had 5 on his mind if Anderson could have trapped that ball, but we've got a 4:50 stoppage, so he's still in play here. 27.5 minutes gone in the final term. Ramsden. Ball finds its way to Hill.
Hostwaite.
Lit up the game in the second term. Hustwaite. He
Handballs
can't
it
stop
out.
finding the ball.
Centers it. Seamus Mitchell now.
Seamus Mitchell's got a man on the outside.
Gives
this
it.
is Ryan.
Bodie
from
Ryan.
50. Does he sink the slipper?
Oh,
He
he's
does,
just
but
missed.
the ball drifts to the right-hand
Where
side of the
we?
goalpost through for a minor score. Box Hill.
Yeah, he
18,
has
11,
kicked 4. He will be
119.
coming
Geelong,
back. Do you think
11,
Port will make
6,
top 8, or do
72.
you think... Oh, wait, I think I've already answered that, but I think
Rechko.
top 8's definitely on the horizon for them.
Duncan. Centre half back. Over the top to Hughes.
Wait, am I not live
Something
right
half
now?
forward Chaplin. Been good on debut. Chaplin's got Jordan Evans paint of 50.
Wait, how
Wheels
far
and
is the
goes.
stream behind?
Rush that as well. He probably could have taken a bit of time. Through for a minor score.
That's been pretty accurate saving. A lot of misses in this last quarter.
Yeah, I reckon. He's tired. There looks to be some side bodies out there. Hands on hips, hands on knees.
Seamus Mitchell.
Sticking over nearly 29 minutes. Seamus Mitchell. Probably Hawks fans will like what they see. Seamus Mitchell. Got real energy from behind the ball. Speed. Uses the ball pretty well. Takes the game on.
But once he comes into AFL level, bro, he's pretty ass.
Ball off hands and over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in on the attacking side of the wing for Geelong.
Nice ass, umpire.
We've got Pike.
Terrible throw in, though.
Yeah, didn't go to the advantage of anyone really. That one was a bit shallow.
You've got to re-throw it in. That's embarrassing.
On the restart. Pike uses his body well. But trapped by Anderson. Just
Bro,
gets it
Anderson
away.
looks like fucking Bateman back in the day.
I reckon that was Hughes.
With his kind of dread kind of thing.
Or was Rechko actually.
Can he
hunting
try
the ball
putting a smother on
around the
there?
level. Nice mark by Joe Pike.
Big win for the Hawks. Damn,
That'll be
Siren, you can
Final
shut
siren
up.
here at GMHBA Stadium.
And we've
We've
burnt
got
the
Box
Cats.
Hill 18, 11, 119. Defeating
And we go to
Geelong
third on the
11,
ladder,
7,
lads.
73.
Hooray.
Box Hill 16 goals
23 touches for
to
Jackie.
6 after quarter time. Was very dominant. Their class shone through, as we said through the call. 14 or 16 AFL players to 7 on the Cats side.
1 for all and all for one.
4
That's the
goals
way
for Jack
we play
Ginnivan
it
and Sam
all
Butler.
for.
4 goals,
We
2 for Jack
are the
Ginnivan, 23
mighty
touches
fighting
in the end for him
Hawks.
with 4 marks. Sam Butler coming back from a broken leg, 4 goals straight for him today in 5 contested possessions, 8 contested by the way for Jack Ginnivan among the 23 disposals. 3 goals Max Ramsden, 2 for Matt Hill, 2 for
How
Cody
many did
Anderson,
Ramsden
singles
get,
for
bro?
Ethan Stanley, Blake Simonson,
He had
and
34
Ned
or something,
Reeves.
didn't he?
35 disposals in the end. For
35.
Henry
Fuck
Hustwaite,
me,
12 clearances, so
Hustwaite.
he's
Get
on
him
average
in, lad.
34
Get him
and a
in.
half this year. Bailey McDonald, 24
You
touches,
can't leave
23
someone
each
like
for
that
Seamus Mitchell,
hanging
and of course
around in
Jack
the VFL,
Ginnivan,
bro.
as we said. For the Cats, 3 goals, 1 for Jay Polkinghorn with 4 marks in the end. 3 goals, 2 for Nathan Kruger to go with 6 marks. 2 for Wiltshire, singles for Riccardi, Rechko and Hughes.
That's what he would have
John
had
Clark,
like 12
26
clearances
disposals,
or
25 for Charlie McCartan, 24 for Marcus Herbert,
Team.
23 each for Rantel and
8
Mitch
tackles, 4 marks, 12
Duncan.
clearances from the lad.
Branson
3
Man, that's us done
clearances
from
Guinea,
GMHBA
4
Stadium.
marks,
Box
3
Hill
tackles.
is undefeated, and they are 3rd on the table.
We are
in the
3rd on the
Smitty's
table,
VFL.
thank
They'll
you
be
very
favourite
much, and we've
against
just
Port Melbourne
smashed
next
Geelong.
week.
Hopefully we follow that up in the AFL tomorrow. Oh shit. Hold up. My bad, I am back. I was just quickly making a video on Jack Ginnivan because I know a lot of people don't pay any attention to the VFL whatsoever. So yeah, to give him some recognition, a lot of people are going to ask me how he did. Pardon me, and Port Adelaide have already kicked a goal, so that's awesome. Yeah, that video on for Jack Ginnivan is now up, so that's awesome news. Exactly what we needed to see. Oh shit, sorry, this... hold up. And I'll give the audio back.
Inside 50 by a metre or two. Rowbottom hammers it back out. Gets it a half forward. Great attack, Bergman. He knew the hit was coming. Happy to take the Sharon.
Yeah, he knew, McInerney knew that he had to fly as well, decided not to.
It's out wide, just out of Cochrane's reach, and it rolls out of play.
It's not often Bergman misses a target like that. Wasn't by much.
Big opportunity for Port Adelaide. This is Ken Hinkley's 13th and final season as Port coach. Josh Carr taking over at season's end. What can Port make out of this last season for Ken? Last week's form was sensational. Little palm off was nice from Chad Warner. Trying to fire his team back into the hunt. McLean got a hand on it. Ball knocked down. Butters playing it at both ends. And he did win himself a high free kick. He is attacking the ball like every ball is the last he'll ever attack.
Yeah, it was brilliant with a one-hand pickup. Then he got the head chop.
And the star he is as he lays it off to his mate Rosie. What a combination they've been out of the same draft class. Up to the wing. Melican off his knuckles. Here's Roberts to Grundy. He goes all the way back to Rampy. Puts his palm straight in the chest of young Moraes. Sends the Swans down the wing. Up strong. And that will be paid. Good mark for Corey Warner.
Yeah, just made him earn it there, Connor Rosie.
See Dean Cox there. You've seen him in the front row of the bench, the second row of the bench. He's been standing up. He was in the box. He was out on the ground. What would you be doing if you're Dean Cox right now, Jared?
I would have gone for the tag on to Butters. He hasn't gone that way, but he was always a mobile ruckman. He's obviously a mobile coach.
Hayward at the drop after that early McLean fly. Has a second go. Hayden McLean. Jones. Handball intercepted. Rowbottom turns, snaps to keep the Swans in it. He's got it. And the Swans start the climb back.
He's a beauty, this bloke. Often has a negative role, robotomising the opposition's best in the middle of the ground. But he can go forward, and despite slightly unusual kicking style, he very rarely misses targets. He'd be a great player to play with. He's finished high in their best and fairest in recent years. A couple of thirds in the last couple. You just have a look at him come in, intercept mark there, and bang round the corner goal. Favourites in Sydney. In fact, he's got a best and fairest now named after him in the Sutherland Shire at one of the clubs there because of they're that enamoured with the way he plays. They decided to name their best and fairest after him.
Love it. Back in the middle. 33 points was the biggest margin. Plenty of time left in this for a season-changing victory from behind. And Rowbottom to do it again. Goes long. Off hands. Hayward. Put her in the book.
There you go. Sydney, 2 in a row.
Easy game, Jordan, when you get the ball out of the middle and you hit the crumb. And he's looking actually really sharp, Will Hayward. He just needs a few more opportunities. I mean, it's been total butchery going inside forward 50 in the first half. Maybe with a little bit of heat and the Port Adelaide defenders under some pressure, it might turn around.
Yeah, no, it's important to get back-to-back goals for Sydney, and certainly out of the centre bounce when you can get a dominant clearance in that. The body work was done early. They just see there the agility to go outside to your favoured foot, and Jones slips over, attempting to tackle. So you're right, 2 quick goals in a row. The energy's up. The home crowd can now, off the back of that, try and create some momentum.
First stoppage goal for the game for the Sydney Swans.
Yeah.
Sweet to hit out back in the middle to Chad Warner, who's tackled.
You see there even Warner getting a little bit more movement through the stoppage. Warner at row bottom. James Jordan.
He grew up an Adelaide fan, Will Hayward, so I don't know if he's got a lot of love for Port Adelaide dating back some years as Butters away to Moraes. Quick kick forward and Roberts immediately gets it moving. Green lights for the Swans here. Blakey released. Now closed down, but a spin move. And then a hope of a kick, a high up and under. Hamling.
Oh, they've changed that, haven't they? Hamling's gone forward. And obviously McCartan has probably gone back. Hamling was recruited to Sydney clearly as a spare parts player. Didn't play all of last year, but when he was in the VFL, he was playing forward.
Do you like that move?
Well, it wasn't working the other way. Yeah. So I think we've seen a few positives. Certainly speed. They've just said, go. Let's go.
Two quick ones for the Swans. Can they make it three? Here's Chad Warner. Runs into the tackle from Mead. The Mead tackle lingered. So free kick for Warner.
Well, I think similar to the...
Look, quick play on again. They're going faster than they have for years.
Jordan, Hamling's in there, knocked it down, but he knocked it down to Farrell, who barrels one out of there, just gets it out of there and launches it half forward. Georgiades won the race and then lost the battle because he held a jumper. Rampy, advantage is paid even though it wasn't his free. Heads out wide to Lloyd. They've got to spark the Swans. You can
Sydney playing awful, are they?
The crowd can feel it.
Oh, well, they have been of far, but, you know, they've gotten their momentum back.
Game 96, he's never kicked one.
You know.
Ball towards McLean.
Oh, McLeany, you've got to fucking take those on Radaglia, bro.
In a hurry is a man that's been sent forward. Joel Hamling. Began life
Who's Joel Hamling? Is he Hamling me
in
the
2011?
butt?
No games there.
No, that's crazy.
Bulldogs, then Fremantle. And now with the Swans. Try and save the day. Horn Francis runs the wing. Couple of bounces. Got Lloyd beat. Heads it to Powell. Pepper. Couldn't reach it. Georgiades knew what he wanted to do, but he didn't pick the ball up first. Rampy. Chips. Wicks. The crowd want him to go.
It's like they're playing in a different stratosphere at the present time. The tempo is completely improved by 50 to 100%.
Roberts hits wide and finds Florin.
You can just see there the desire to keep the ball in motion.
Florin trying to get it to Campbell. He's going to get a second look at it here to row bottom. Handball to Cleary. They work it down the wing. Corey Warner over the top to Hayward, who can now send it inside the forward 50 for the Swans. McLean's got his mitts around it.
Yeah, it's a
all right, got to score this one, Cleany.
Ball in motion, off half back.
Got to score this one. Then we have a game on.
And tidy it up, but to get the ball
inside Hayward, good kick. How was the grab? Very good grab.
Can't come over an impact. And this is being done off the back of...
Can't be having a drink before a set shot. Nah, you've missed it now. You've missed it. You've missed it. No, he's already missed it. I don't need to look at anything else. He's already missed it.
So far, his third set shot.
Wait, directly in front, surely. Good boy. Okay.
They're right back in this game. 3 on the bounce for the Swans.
You can bounce on me.
Yeah, and they've given themselves an opportunity. Last year they were the second slowest, I think, side moving the ball D50 to F50. Made a grand final. Got punished, got belted in that grand final against a side that was one of the quickest ball moving sides in the competition. And I think today we've seen a combination of blokes just not getting near it, but also Port Adelaide playing great pressure. They couldn't move the ball, Sydney. But it's been a significant shift in approach by the coach. We saw it on the boundary line.
Turn his TV off.
Both him and Leon Cameron saying, just keep going, go quick, and it's obvious that this is their change in method. And forwards love the ball coming in more quickly without the cavalry falling back on top of them.
Umpire lets that bounce go, even though it was off to the side, and he's going to redo it. It was a contest, but the umpires called it back. They normally allow a fair contest like that to roll.
Well, they did in the first set of bounce.
They did. So Port Adelaide were outscored in the second half last week. It's just they had such a big lead against Hawthorn, it didn't quite matter. But they didn't have as big a lead in this one. 33 points was the biggest lead they've had. It's down to 15 now.
Look at Rowbottom, he's all over Butters. He's kicked a goal, he's been involved in the last one.
Blakey, tackled by 3.
I think you've got to just show him complete respect though, Butters. You can't go the footy and leave him on the outside.
A flick to the side. Butters was held. Showed him too much respect. Boat plays on.
That's
That's a horrible decision.
He was sort of caught, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And away Sydney go.
Jones
Awful
out
kick,
wide.
bro.
Campbell with him. Jones.
Oh, Campbell did fucking well.
What he was after.
Ooh, get rid of it, you fucking cunt!
Made amends.
You motherfucker.
Brilliant tackle on the rebound.
Spurs are winning a trophy before Arsenal. Smitty, shut the fuck up.
Just when he thought he was about to concede one, he might actually create one, Jones. It's a hold free. Darcy Burn-Jones to finish.
Can Burn-Jones burn me?
Well, it certainly ramped up a level.
Yeah, it's all about the Jones boys here though. One on the half back line, one on the half forward line.
It was terrific. Terrific chase. I thought Campbell would have got away.
Yeah, he just didn't really have any understanding of what was in and around him. And right there, he must have known he was under the pump. Had no awareness. There was 2 guys who were going to tackle him. He was looking up forward. That sometimes you just got to go forward or dribble it and take your chances. That's a good kick. Just doesn't have to change space. And the Swans defence under all sorts of pressure. Yeah. Not sure the free kick was there, to be honest.
No.
No, the umpire paid it.
But it was a clever kick by Butters. Just that sideways kick allowed Darcy Burn-Jones to get a little bit deeper inside of his own forward 50. You see there.
5 goals in a dozen minutes to start the second half.
Yeah.
3 for the Swans, now 2 for the Power. And big momentum. Holter try and stop the Swans' run. They're keen to get that back underway. Grundy to Jordan, kicks out to half forward. Nice work, Sin breaks it up. Hanley takes the body. Lloyd gets the footy. Handball away to Corey Warner. Slipping on that new relayed turf. Regathers his feet, swings at Goldwood, but misses.
Yeah, tough choice. Tough choice. Just probably should have brought that ball back into the centre when you're under pressure.
Did well to keep his feet on the turf, though. It was like the roadrunner there for a sec.
It was.
Spinning wheels.
A few players have slipped over on that, haven't they?
Not a lot of players have changed their boots either, even though it's a little slipperier out there. Aaliyah, when he delayed his decision to go to Sin, worked out okay. Power Pepper.
Extra players here.
Sizzler of an inside kick. Works to Farrell. Not 50. It was in the contest. That not free. Heads out wide to Rioli. That's his flank.
There's Wicks' man.
Willie, eyes are darting. What's he want to do here? Spins the ball in his hands. Beckons a few to come at him. Just chips it, and that is perfection to Sam Powell-Pepper. He waited, and then he waited it perfectly to Sam Powell-Pepper.
Yep, he remained calm, didn't he?
A couple of Swans players could have dropped into the leading lane there. There was just too much time and too much spectating. Good execution by Port Adelaide from one end of the ground to the other. Ball movement superb.
Port Adelaide began the round 11th. 2 wins, 3 losses. Both these teams coming in 2 wins, 3 losses. One will even the ledger today at 3-3 and be either percentage inside or percentage outside the 8. Sam Powell-Pepper wastes that across the face, and the Swans dodge a bullet.
It's only 1 win, Geordie, but it feels like a lot, doesn't it? The difference between 3-3 and 2-4.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe 2 games away from getting back equal or being able to launch from that spot as Blakey off the back flank kicks down the wing. Desperate effort, Hayward. Rosie got it away to Boak, back to Rosie. The skipper in the famous number 1 for Port kicks inside 50. Georgiades there with Melican.
Melican did well, bro. Warner, not the handball, bro. Go on.
Up to Bice.
Bice, what a name, bro. Taking Luke Parker's number. Lloyd. And he looks cool too.
Down the wing.
It's good lead.
Really good.
And there's a win up in the front half for Hamling.
Yeah, this is where they've got to try and keep some speed on the ball. You can see there numbers coming into the screen.
Back to Bice. Dabs it short to Jordan. And get 2 here for it. Handball away to Wicks. Wicks closes to about 52 metres out. Is he within range? Wicks to full forward. Not quite. Aaliyah there to save the day in the back pocket for Port.
Yeah, good defence by Port Adelaide, and to get it outside forward 50 was excellent work coming in. No one pushing up for Wicks. It was always going to be the long bomb. and it was a gain to a 2-on-1.
Travis Boak, game 376, needs to play next season to get to 400. Still having a pretty good year, the old guy. Farrell heads long into space, and that'll kind of work.
Lynchy, is there a win down there when Farrell kicks the ball? Because they all going left or right?
I think there's that beautiful left footer's arc. He's just pulling them over to his right. But, there's not much of a breeze here at all. Perfect conditions.
Have they actually?
Back into play.
I don't think they have.
Holding Sydney free. Was it off the ball or Hamling in the ruck contest? Okay, Hamling in the ruck contest.
Lingering hand just grabbing his jumper.
What if he doesn't want to move it on, huh?
Late. Little short. McInerney had to fist it away, but didn't get much.
He wadded it away.
Back in control. Travis Boak. Hits a pretty good spot with the kick. Goes long. Lord gets up there and didn't really hit a good spot.
No,
the kick
just
in
too
the
deep. Yeah, too deep. I thought he was going to punch it a little bit into that pocket to allow Ford to lead into it.
I just did fix the score.
Those kicks, you don't want them to be too close to the goal square to allow the defender to spoil it over. You see there's Sydney lining up in the middle of the ground.
There you go. I fixed the score.
You've got to be able to get it over the top here to that guy, and then off he goes.
And McLean.
I mean, it's set up. Just go for it.
Bice backs himself in, arches the back, 4 bounces. Hits rid of Lord. Handball to Chad Warner.
Finally.
Here's the kick.
Beautiful, McLean.
And better from Sydney.
That option's been there every kick out,
for
and it hasn't
Lee.
been used once. You got blokes like
Put it up to the top of the square, McLeany.
It's something they need to work on.
Forward 50
There you
fills
go.
up. Can they get a mark inside the attacking
Jones
arc? Not
did
the
well.
B, and Jones picks it off for Port. Had 26 entries in the first half. Sydney just 2 goals. Dangerous kick.
McCartan, you've got to.
Slides out the back to Sweet.
That's bad.
Reyes against the boundary line. Off his non-preferred, puts it out of bounds on the floor.
Yikes.
Find a set play though, Jared.
Yikes.
Allow Bice just to take off and challenge the Port Adelaide player on the mark.
We got the Lizard and Bice. You got 2 of the great kicks.
Great speed.
Yep. And what I've noticed every time, McLean's been standing there with his hand in the air. That's the first time he's been used.
Roberts, they love to get the ball in his hands. He's a good kicker normally as well. Swans' #1 possession winner this season, Matt Roberts, which is bizarre. They don't have a possession winner in the AFL's top 50, the Swans.
500 metres gain in the first half, the Lizard. Always helps though if you kick goals.
Hayward lets it slip through his fingers, but it might work. Cleary attacks it. He hits a good spot with a kick. He's got McLean at the back. Knocked it down. Heaney, a little slip from Heaney again. And on that relayed turf, that might have cost them a goal there, the Swans. Heaney just couldn't get in.
He dived on it.
He might get this for ball.
You've got to pay that.
Jones.
Oh, he gave him the benefit.
You've got to pay that.
Isn't it? I mean, it may be relayed and look good before anybody runs on it, but it's not good enough for footy.
The SCG, the Sydney Concert
He's
Ground.
dived on it, lad.
Goes Sweet down to Boat, kicks out of the defensive 50. It's coming back. And
Porter under the pump now, though.
This is one where you got to look at Radigalia and try not to go in that direction. Great
Warner's
kick.
sitting there.
That's a good kick. Got it to Warner. Couldn't quite complete the mark, outstretched. Wicks bangs bodies with Mead.
Aye, has
Picks
to
up the
be.
footy.
Yep,
There's
good.
a free for a high. It's going Sydney's way.
And
It
James
was a great
Jordan.
contest between Mead and Wicks initially before this free kick was paid to
Wicks
James
got
Jordan.
a crook shoulder.
Yeah, that was a
You've
huge
done a
collision.
shit job at tagging, mate.
There was that collision there with Mead.
It did well to go again.
Just running off towards the bench at the moment. Wicks after that contact.
Poor bugger.
Big kick this in the context of the game. Swans have kicked 3 of the last 4. James Jordan on his way in.
Yikes.
Tug.
Out on
He
the
doesn't
full.
score.
You're so shit.
It's unusual for James Jordan as well. Usually a nice kick of the football.
I repeat, Jeddah, it is very good conditions here in Sydney.
Yep. No, I think it may have been his foot slipped again on the grass.
Long launch. Great mark, Milliken. Good to have him back. Sprained adductor. Oh, wow.
Well, having a good spell here, Sydney, but they're not eating in enough to what's a pretty good lead. And Port Adelaide have counter-punched really well.
It has been the story of the game, hasn't it, Jared? Just their efficiency.
Yep.
A lot of the statistics have really stacked up, but their efficiency with ball in hand going forward has let them down.
So Wicks, he had to come off with that shoulder. He was
Wow.
One side, Horn Francis, great crumb.
And that's
He's
a
got
goal.
Rioli out the back. Roberts, Rioli too quick.
How cool was that?
That was brilliant.
Oh.
He's a really good player, Horn Francis. It's hard to believe how much he's had to cop over time. There's been a few that have doubted him, but from the outset, he's always looked like he's had all Australian qualities and just getting better as a player every game you watch him.
Yeah.
I feel like you've been saying that for the last 3 years.
Willie Rioli to settle things down for the power.
Nah, he's a joy to watch, Dwayne. He's a player that you switch on the TV to watch. Absolutely. Turn up to the games.
No, he's
It
not.
was a lovely finish by Willie Rioli, just getting out the back from the contest that was centre wing. Horn Francis.
And all of a
using
sudden,
his
it's
speed
back
and
to
his
28,
power
though.
to get the ball over the back.
I think it's probably a lesson for the Swans defenders as well.
You got to cover the inside.
You got to, and you got to almost cover the defence. I mean, Willie Rioli. Look at that. Roberts is on the charge. He's never going to get there. He must have been way too high, and hasn't read it anywhere near well enough.
The most important position when there's a kick down the line like that is the inside.
Absolutely.
You want numbers on the inside.
You can't not
To try and have layers
That's
of defence to disallow what just happened
get
there.
them going.
That
Yeah.
is somebody deep.
Alistair Lynch on the boundary. Lynchy.
It looks like Aaron Francis has been subbed into the game, so can't see who's been subbed out. You'd imagine it was Wicks with that shoulder, though.
Grundy whacking it forward. Cleary got a handball away to McInerney. This is Jordan. Goes back to Cleary. Works his way through a couple of defenders. Touched on the way through. Bergman can't trap it.
Will this slip over?
Another one.
They get it away through Atkins, fresh on the ground. Now a little
Welcome, Atkins.
dribble kick picked up by the Swans.
Grundy.
Roberts to Jordan. Now to Grundy in the middle of the ground.
That
Head
handball
bust
was
trying to hit
probably
Roberts,
as
missed
good
him.
as-
Farrell had it, lost it. Now Roberts gets a play on it. Turns,
And
kicks to
Radaglia
full
owns
forward.
this spot.
Radaglia with strength trying to hold him out. Horn Francis caught. Good tackle, Hayward.
That's a great tackle from Hayward. He's really lifted his work rate. His pressure's good. When was that concert, Dwayne, by the way?
The Pacini tragedy.
Yeah, but when was it?
None shall
It was only 3 weeks ago, actually,
April 3.
So it's had 3 weeks to settle into the grass.
which is nowhere near long enough. It actually is quite slippery. It's staggering that you'd do that in the middle of a season. And just an update, Francis has come in. It's for Tom Hanley, so Wicks is still in the game.
First concert, by the way, the SCG's had since 2019.
Okay. And maybe the last for a while. Well,
I think the fine print may need a look at.
little wobbler, Blakey.
Oh!
Down.
You guys are
Crazy
pissing me
stuff
off.
happening at the
Blakey's
moment.
missed
Roberts
3 sitters.
Heads to goal square, and it should be cut off. It was
Kicked in.
almost fumbled, and then Alir just had to mop that little mess up. Through for a behind.
Calm down,
Huge
Alir,
5
bro.
minutes and 50 coming up here to three-quarter time. Rosie to kick in.
And the shin of Hayward's just got
Who's
whacked by
telling
the
me to
boot,
put
the
Finn on
flying
Bailey
boot
Smith? That
of
is a
Alir
terrible
Alir.
call.
Rosie heads wide. Flyers go up. Rioli stayed down. Crunched by Roberts. Ball rolls to the boundary. A ball in.
Back up.
It's not only once, by the way, so third time in the last 4 years he's been subbed out with his heart condition. So his cardiologist saying a couple of years ago in 2022 when he was diagnosed that it is a non-life-threatening condition. He was subbed out in a game in 2022 against Melbourne. 2 years later against the Hawks. On one occasion he missed the next week. On the other he played the next week despite the fact
That's 50.
his heart was out of rhythm in play. So it has happened again for Ollie Wines. Obviously it sounds super serious, but the club and Ollie confident that it's something he can play with and manage his way through. But it's flared up again today and subbed out at half-time. So Rory Atkins into the game. And this is Burgoyne. Can put the power inside the forward 50. Carries over the head of the Flyers up in front.
Meg.
Georgiades gets a second look at it. And the ball up.
The Swans have really lifted, as everyone can see. A few positional changes, ball movement much quicker, much better going inside forward 50, but they haven't actually done anything about the deficit on the scoreboard.
Heaney clears, but only as far as Burgoyne. They try and reload here. Here's Atkins. His new colours for the first time to Farrell. Long kick to full forward. Lord's down there. McCartan does well to spoil. Lloyd to Heaney. His kick chopped down. Butters onto it. Looks back inboard with a kick. Boak. Juggled effort, not quite. Tunnel ball out the back, Swans will get it.
Well, Grundy took a bit of time.
Grundy, learn how to pick a ball up. You tap it for a living. Quote from Ben McAvoy.
Haven't won a game here this year. Kicked out of mid-air. That might work.
That was
Both
dead
can
arse
get
the
them to come across.
sexiest thing that I've seen.
Read it nicely. 27 points to margin. Biggest margin Port Adelaide's had was 33. Bice heads wide. Little nudge out. So Aaron Francis, Joel Amati out. Aaron Francis in for his first game of 2024. Plays on to disadvantage. Sticks to that side. Not the best of kicks, but it might be the best of kicks if they can get away with it. Rosie picked their pocket. Sweet dropped it. Jordan fumbled it. Roberts dives in, pulled it in. Sweet all over him, and the umpire all over that.
It was unlucky because you're trying to win the ball, you lose your feet.
Loops the handball to Jason Horne-Francis. No one on him. He launches goal square. Can he get it all the way? Distance wasn't a worry, and there might be a free kick here.
He could have kept running, Horne-Francis.
Yeah, it is. It's a free kick to Rampy. Score doesn't count.
Rampy to Wicks on the wraparound, so he's back out there despite that crunching bump he got earlier in the quarter.
Wait, so then who got subbed off?
To Grundy and now to Campbell. The Swans did kick 3 in a row earlier in the term. Port have settled it down with the last 2. Sydney trying to get something going late in the piece. It's Francis flying. His fellow sub in Atkins got a handball away to Bergman. Runs it arc and gives it to Butters. Ordinarily a good idea, but he's running out of room. Back to Bergman. Oh, to Burgoyne. Off the pack flank. He comes very wide with the kick. And one way or another, it'll be Sydney's ball. It's out on the full.
Yep, they just kept running into trouble, didn't they? Burgoyne just grabbing his hamstring there. Hopefully that's nothing too serious.
Robert's been told he's got to go over the line. There, he's done that now. The native Croator goes short. Roberts to McInerney.
Need more movement forward of the ball. You can just see there, Sydney players are stagnant.
Barras on Jezza, I would say so.
50, but you need to create
Seeing
options.
Jezza versus Frost over the last few years has been rough.
For the Swans, Warner tries to measure the kick to Lloyd, knocked away from
You can't do that. You've got to spank
Jones
it
got away
at
to
that point,
Atkins.
Warner.
Had a few touches since coming
Georgiades pissed on
the wing.
Blakey.
He'll have to slow it down here.
Sydney's
You can
not
just see there,
cooked
Sydney players
yet.
rushing back into defensive 50.
Okay, they might be
Down,
cooked.
waited for Cochrane, who runs
They
through a
concede
couple.
here, then yeah.
Lord delayed it. Burn-Jones.
Yikes.
Not really what the doctor ordered there. If you Ken Hinkley,
Yeah, could have done a lot more.
Why is the doctor ordering,
well,
bro?
2 minutes left. You'd love to kick one, but you don't want to concede one. Concede momentum. Port Adelaide.
Teams come out soon. Yeah, they come out in an hour.
In the first half last week against Hawthorn, but Hawthorn did
Intrigued to see the
have
selection.
a big run at them in the second half. So Port Adelaide outscored and Horne-Francis.
He's getting a taste for it.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a taste for 3 Brownlow votes as well, maybe. Taste for all Australian. About to send it long, coming off that 29 possession game last week where he dominated. Georgiades couldn't mark it. Blakey crumbs it. Row bottom. Butters.
Wow,
Uses the
Zach.
body.
Yeah, initiated contact.
Hands it off to the Hornet. Horne-Francis.
That's holding the ball. Can't call that high. Wow, paid it high.
Down by James Jordan.
Yeah,
High.
Now they've paid the high free kick.
Yep. So the crowd don't like it. Horne-Francis looks at the bench to find out how long left, to see if he's got a full allotment of 30 seconds here to use.
You're not. There's no shot they allow there.
It was,
Umpire just getting some feedback.
as they always do. Again, they do boo here at the SCG. And
Yeah, they boo more than they cheer.
It's almost his soundtrack, the boo. Wherever he plays, he chips it to the pocket.
Georgiades.
Georgiades has done that a few times. But it's almost a win for Port. 47 seconds left. Instead of kicking it behind and giving it back to the opposition, keep it in your forward zone and maybe scrounge your goal, but take the seconds off the clock if you can't.
I think it was a loss for Jake Lloyd, who's still extracting that knee from his ribs.
Good tackle, Butters.
Great
High.
tackle, Butters. Burn-Jones a little high. Ump a little more forgiving.
A little high.
Yikes.
I agree with you, Jared.
Yeah, look a bit high.
There's the follow-up tackle. Yep. Around the ears of Roberts. Here's Butters.
That's
Somehow
game.
squeezing a
That's
kick
game.
through. Rioli, it's touched.
Even Rioli putting his hand up, which was good work from Willie. Don't have to go to the... we're going to have to go anyway.
Bro, Willie Rioli, the cunt who's kicked the ball, said it was touched. You called touch off the boot. What are we doing?
Review underway.
Oh my god.
So soft calls.
Yeah, nice. That's so easy to see. You can see the deflection from that angle. There you go. Touch. That's pretty conclusive.
Review complete. Looks
Thank
short,
you.
but we can see the ball is touched before crossing the back of the
You actually can't because it's pixelated as fuck, but you know.
Support by 28, approaching three-quarter
Wasting
time.
our fucking times.
Would trust most players, you guys, but there's a few you wouldn't trust, isn't there?
Like who, huh?
Not if they're actually calling point.
No, it's true.
They're calling goal, yeah, I'm prepared to...
There's a lot of guys that put their hand in the air. I've touched that, but
Yeah.
haven't.
Yeah, but not
Ah,
usually when they've
everyone
kicked it.
does that.
Roberts goes long. Little nudge out of Lear, but that'll be okay in the marking contest. And Port Adelaide will get a roll of the dice here. A
Oh my
mark.
days, they're
They can
gonna
have the
make-
last shot at goal.
Push out.
Up they fly. Florent the crumb. Hands it wide. Don't need anything crazy here, the Swans. Mob up the remaining seconds. Wicks. Has a little bounce and runs. Siren beats him. Three-quarter time. SCG round 6. Easter Sunday. Great to have your company for the Sunday ticket on Fox Footy. And Port Adelaide, their biggest margin 33. Right now it stands at 28. 10, 7, 67 for the home team, who haven't won a home this year. 5-9, 39.
Well,
No more
Port
division.
Adelaide are probably
No
going to
more.
win.
No more racism.
No more anti-Semitism.
No more Islamophobia.
This
Oh, what
country
are you
is
guys-
built on diversity,
On
fairness.
On respect.
Everyone is equal. Everyone deserves to feel safe.
Oh,
Hate
and I
is
think you should shut the
is where it
fuck
stops.
up. Shut up, lad. Oh, any waddled away, waddle, waddle. Any waddled away, waddle, waddle, waddle. Any waddled away, waddle, waddle. Until the very next day. Ba 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 da da da. Sydney didn't show up to the SCG again. They're gonna get a 10 out of 10 for being shit. Bop bop bop. Got any goals? No, but we're once again inaccurate as shit, and we can't move the ball because we're too busy sucking dick. Port Adelaide all over us, and we suck ass. The red stands for blood, and the white is because we disappear like ash. And we waddled away, waddle, waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle, waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Until the very next day. But dot 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 dot. Sydney show up to another place again. And they get killed by someone's nan. Hey, but. You're actually dog shit? Oh, Happy Guinea will be coming back. Well, I am if he's playing good. That's what I mean. If you deserve to play, then you should be playing. But if you're not doing well, then simply you don't deserve to play. So yeah, that's all I can say on that, really. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle, waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Until the very next day. Ba 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 da da da. Jack Ginnivan, Mooney Valley. What? Why is the what? Fix your swervers. Fix your swervers. Your swervers. Fix the swervers. Bounce! Yo, bounces tonight, everyone. Can Port make top 8? You're damn right they can. I don't want them to. I'm confident that they'll miss, but they can most definitely. Steph said something, but the message deleted. You said something... I saw Jack Inovan in the text, but I'm not sure what you said. Well, that's disappointing. How's Guinea going? Well, the game's over. He did terrific. He ended with 23 touches and 4 goals, so... And he was playing very selfless, which is good, because most AFL talent come in and kind of hog the ball. But he was, you know, he was handing it off a lot, especially according to the commentary. So yeah, that's good news. What a weird ass stat to count. Running bounces, third quarter, 14-3. Sydney's way. 14 bounces, I feel like it's a lot. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle, waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Until he kissed my nan. Da 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 da. Oh shit! Oh, Port scored. Well, that's game over. Thanks for coming to the SCG.
Too, young fella, but that was out of the centre. That was just a machine. It was absolutely perfect.
Where's his left foot here, Jarrett? Might have made it a certain goal. We see here if it does touch the goal post. The umpire's right there.
No, that's a goal, lad.
No, he's in the perfect spot, the umpire. Have a look at this, though. This is just superb. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then the kick to advantage. And then one off the outside of the boot.
This goes back to Dwayne's question, who do you trust? You can see there, every single Port Adelaide player celebrating the goal.
Well, you trust Sticko. They've got Sticko to go to, so obviously they believe that it didn't stick the post because they've got the spike in the arc, and there was no spike, obviously. Goal counts, and now...
Good tap on. McInerney didn't read it. Radaglia did.
Wrapped up.
Good tackle.
Quickly by McInerney.
Yeah, good pressure.
Port got a goal, they did, yes.
Had his 3-week spell. He's been a bit rusty today, but has kept working hard. Ollie Wines at the back. Corbin's explained his issues.
Yeah, if he joined us late with the heart issues that have been an issue for him in previous games.
That sucks, man.
Straight down the staples. McCartan started forward, sent back.
I think that experiment we can now put into the grave, Dwight.
All over?
Yep. I think that's done.
Forever?
Yeah.
So they're going to need a forward from somewhere. Amati's out for a while, and Logan McDonald's not due back for a while either. Boss chips it wide through the hands of Hayward. Jones. Bergman running right back there. Even Sweet is a run and carry guy that they're prepared to trust with his kicking. Holds it up. Time's on their side.
Jeez,
Need to do anything crazy.
It's a great rebounding defence now with Rosie. Bergman just continues to get better.
Farrell.
And Farrell, yeah, three dart throwers off the back line.
Here's Heaney, and he tries and spark something for the Swans. Got it to Grundy. Handball lifted to Rowbottom. Back to Heaney. He shoots goalward. Aaliyah awake to it and saves it.
Well, he's having a go. He's really trying. But Aaliyah just read that better than anybody.
She's had a word to a couple in the crowd there.
Yeah, and very pointed as well. There's a long conversation there.
Yeah.
Between Aaliyah and the person in the front row. As Aaliyah goes towards a contest at half-back. Horn Francis. Handball out to Mead. Bit of footwork, soccers it down the wing. Florent knocks it in the direction of Rowbottom. Little fumble and happy to see it out. Word from Port, by the way, Ollie Wine's feeling well, so he's in the rooms. A little heart flutter earlier. Here's this incident again.
Oh, yes, a throwing of a fan.
Wizard doesn't kick a goal tomorrow, you'll be pissed. I think
a little
most Hawks fans would be.
From the fence. So, Aaliyah not happy with it. So, it'll be interesting to see if the AFL follow that up. Florent heads toward that battle between Aaliyah and Francis. And he pounced on it. And he keeps them alive, Aaron Francis.
Okay. Maybe. Just maybe.
A bit of life, Jared. Yep. In Sydney. So it's exactly what they need. The crowd
Same with Chol. Chol's getting dropped regardless.
Through goals, so he just kept his feet. Aaliyah was the one that slipped over.
And you just never know with Aaron Francis. He was picked 5 many years ago. Clearly got so much talent, but never really been able to nail a spot at 2 clubs, Essendon and Sydney. But who knows? Maybe opportunity gives him another chance, and if he can nail and become a forward, he's going to do better than that. I mean, that was really Aaliyah going to ground, which presented his opportunity. But here's the fan from the back line, and that's just not on.
You can't be doing that. You fuck it. What a dick.
What would you possibly be thinking doing that?
You're not. You're not. They knew straight away that it was the wrong thing to do.
Yep. He's sweet. Grabs it out of the middle. Driving kick forward for Port Adelaide. Georgiades reaching for it. Blakey got it out to Wicks. Rioli in pursuit. Kicks into oncoming traffic. Sydney win it back. Wicks to Grundy. Under pressure. Kicks across the half-back line. Here's Chad Warner. Short kick. That didn't travel the required distance. Jones awake to it. Breaks it up for Port. Hand pass to Burn Jones in the forward pocket. Whacks it back to Pau Pepper on a cellar dummy. Burn Jones still alive for Port. Here's the veteran Boak back inboard to Jones. And Campbell wraps him up.
Yeah, the Sydney players stopped. I think they thought it was going out.
Yeah.
This is the part of the ground where you've got to maintain the rage. You cannot afford Port Adelaide to get a goal here.
Tossed in the air. Players ducking and diving. Drew knocks it on. Pau Pepper with the outside of the boot. So Rampy hammers it away. Gets as much distance on it as he possibly can. McLean couldn't get a run at it. And it's a push in the back. Corey Warner on Connor Rosie.
Yeah, they don't need to take any risks here, Port Adelaide.
Wearing that traditional Port Adelaide captain's number 1. Heads to the pocket, Blakey.
He's had a game that could have been absolutely best on ground. He just hasn't finished his work. But he's been a fine contributor nevertheless.
Jordan, it wasn't the required distance, and now Blakey and Warner combined and maybe messed it up. Wicks mops up their miss. Heads longs down the staples. Great commitment. Back into the team, Justin McInerney from suspension. held his ground. There's still some life.
Oh my God, here we go.
Roberts can kick a
Roberts.
goal. He can launch one long.
That's got to be a
Heads
goal.
toward the square. Francis. He
Gotta
might
kick it now.
two.
Kick it now.
And kick
No,
the ball
why are we
open.
taking your time? Kick it now, you fuckwit.
Jeez, he's been given a fair angle by the umpire. I would have thought he was on the line.
Back in.
Hello?
First game of the season.
Why are you taking your time, you twat?
And he has kicked two.
Jesus.
And the game's alive.
Yeah, you can trace it all
Taking
the way
your
back
time
to
like an idiot.
Sammy Wicks.
Yep.
Inside the defensive 50, just the ability to take the game on. not
Sydney,
give up
here's
on
a
the
chance,
play.
you're
Probably
damn
started
right.
with Blakey with a few really short kicks. You see there
4
the
goals in
fan
15
getting
minutes.
spoken to after throwing something onto the ground. But this mark from McInerney, he knew what was, well, he probably didn't know what was coming the other way, but took bravery.
What's the fan arguing,
complete
bro?
that
You
mark.
can't be doing that.
And once you get the Port Adelaide defence turned around, that's when you start to get really strong positions.
It's not marked on the line, fair
Port
angle.
Adelaide, they'd be disappointed in that. They had plenty of time to get behind the ball, didn't get the numbers back. Alir got caught. I mean, he's in no man. Oh, it was a Radigalia. He was in no man's land.
There's a long conversation happening there.
That's not on,
Port
lad.
by 22. Game still on. Blakey
Blakey.
off the back of the square. There's a fresh air shot. Rosie, is it helped to him by Grundy?
Even Grundy, I think if you're aggressive in the ruck contest, try and get these hits to the outside.
Still pumping up the tyres there on the bench. Around the neck. Yep, definitely there.
Okay, it's going to Grundy.
Just for the Sydney Swans, Lewis Melican has gone down into the rooms with the club doctor for a head injury assessment.
Thanks, Lynchy. Here's Grundy. Deep forward again for the Swans.
Really
Jim
well.
McLean hits the deck. It's a Port free.
What?
I thought McLean touched that.
He called block.
How's that a block?
Yeah, that's just the wrong call.
He called block.
How?
What you're supposed to do as a forward.
That's a fair bump.
Yeah, and
He's not
feedback on the
jumping
ball,
at it.
which he did.
Actually went past the ball.
That's not a
Past the
free
top of the
kick.
ball. Bizarre decision.
That's poor. That is poor
Little
umpiring.
things can become big things at this point of the game as well. Lear heads wide.
I
Heaney
love Alir, bro.
got some hang time, left the Sharon behind. Burn-Jones back into the lineup as well.
Good
This
Blakey.
week's been pretty good for Port in his return game.
He tapped that out. That's got to be.
Now Pepper accidentally knocks that out. Ball in.
Accidentally.
Burn-Jones back
Arr.
from suspension. Just like Justin McInerney's back from suspension for the Swans.
There's the lizard. He's just getting this habit of ducking his head when oncoming traffic comes, and it puts himself in a really dangerous position for a spinal injury. I'd love him to get it out of his game.
You can feel it, the crowd feel their team's still in this. Here is Blakey, full steam. Warner needs to lift his rate. Hayward dives inside with a handoff. Wicks set up the last one. The handoff. Hayward, advantage in Page.
Florent. Over the top. McInerney, you got to kick this, you little butt. You are fucking trash.
It's across the face. And Alir pretty happy to see that roll out. Huge opportunity wasted there from the Swans.
This is where you love a little Papley when you're inside the forward 50.
Yeah.
He thrives on this occasion. See there, Callum Mills.
He'll do.
He'd help.
Yep.
6 or 7 of their best. 22 missing today for the Swans as Sweet.
It's an awful
Out of the
throw
ruck
in.
here. Handball in front of Sin. Got it away to Burgoyne. Oh, big effort from Mark Roberts. Comes and wins it. Away to Francis. His hand pass goes back to Jordan. To Campbell. Back to Roberts again. The lefty to send it deep inside 50 for the Swans. Radigalia hitting up.
Yeah, that's a great mark from Radigalia. He's proven
You
to be
can't
a really
pay
good
that.
pickup
He's
by
dropped
Port
it in
Adelaide,
midair.
taking his time. He was up forward, then he's back, but
I mean, you haven't paid $1 million of those to Georgiades, but you'll pay it in their defensive. Fuck me, Grundy. I can't wait for your dumb ass to retire. 3 clubs and you failed at all, and you shit cunt. Oh, kiss me, Francis.
Francis has got it again. He's having some turn.
well, maybe he's just been sitting there, and the view was he's a part-time backman, but who knows?
I need a
He's
hero.
going to make his mark. In
His
the footy
name
world.
might just be Francis.
Aaron
Can he get the
Francis
back
in
of the
his
game? Can he
second
get the
club.
back of the
Always had a
game?
huge lead.
Because I'ma kiss him on the
Always been a
lips.
great kick. It's just never been able to get enough of the footy
I need a hero.
to make him in the best 23.
One of their 3 inclusions, Aaron Francis. He's kicked
And he's got it. Oh, 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 oh,
The
oh.
man's on a heater.
He is the heater.
This game has completely changed.
Holy boob. Holy boob.
Swans and Port's leads down to 16.
It's on the back of one man who's come off the interchange bench. He's gone forward. It's an inspired choice by Deacock so far. You just never know.
It's probably been a story though, hasn't it, Jared? Just maximise. I mean, they've had parts of their game that have been dominant.
Yeah.
It's just been they're inefficient to turn that into a score or to a mark inside forward 50. So all those statistics we're stacking up well. And now maybe time's just coming together.
Geordie, I think Lewis Milliken's just returned to the bench and he looks like he's ready to go back out on the ground, so that's good news for the Swans.
He's got a run and jump on Radically there, didn't he? Got good separation.
Do you see Swans making finals?
That's the
Yes.
spark they might need in their forward 50.
They've got an absolute injury crisis right
Eternity
now.
left in this game.
If that continues, then probably not. But they've had a tough run.
Tried to let the handball out. Lloyd, Jordan, wobbles it. Where's Francis?
Oh, he's right there, lad. Heaney. Heaney.
Visual suspects now. Heads to the pocket. Jones.
Lockie
Great
did
use of the
well.
body on the dangerous Hayward. Port Adelaide were almost overrun by Hawthorn last week.
Shut up.
Hawthorn dominated the second half.
Damn right we did.
Great mark again. Good grab. Atkins into the team. First game for Port Adelaide. 101 games for Adelaide. 37 for the Gold Coast. Joe Richards the late out for Port.
A step further back from the mark.
Pressure him. Go, 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 go. Got to run at him. Gooder than that.
It up in hope.
Rioli.
Pal
Pepper
hands
strong.
on it. Wicks overran it. Pal
Oh,
Pepper
no.
scoops it up in the Rioli direction.
Rioli
The tap
tapped
was
well.
good. Cochran, look away. Boak.
Ball!
Gone.
Sit the fuck down, Travis.
Through, Travis Boak.
Bummed into retirement, fella. Yeah, stay down, pussy. Oh, that was not a kick. Really well. That was good from Lloyd.
Free kick. Yeah, the wrong guy took the mark. He can't block for your other guy. That's the nasty part.
So Burgoyne can
Oh,
put it
you're
inside 50
joking.
for Port. A few more bodies slip over.
It was definitely fair. It was fair.
Up against the boundary line.
Oh my god!
Do it all again. Same spot.
That was definitely play on. I hope Loki's okay.
Hopefully he's all okay there. Horn Francis. So Francis at one end, Horn Francis at the other, leaping for it, no mark. And McCartan again tries to rebound.
Oh, good job, McCartan. 2 turnovers back to back, you fucking
Just too
wank.
deep at the moment, so the Sydney forwards just need to come up and equalise the Port defenders.
Damn, nearly got that smother. That's what you want to do, lad. Georgiades, goal.
Off the back, Rioli. Brilliant pounce on the ball by
And that is
Rioli.
game done.
And Willie's done it again.
Good job, McCartan. You're dog shit.
Well,
You
he's
can't
one of the
play
great
forward, you
modern
can't play
day
back, you
forward
can't play
covers,
footy.
Willie Rioli. He read this so
You're only in
better than
because, I
anybody
mean,
else.
your dog shit team is 8
Georgiades
of
could
their
well
best
kick
22
today if
out.
he had have held everything, but doesn't matter. One of his jobs is to bring the ball to ground. The Swans had heaps of numbers there, but Willie hit the front and the square better than anybody else.
Didn't he hit it with speed?
Oh, and controlled the ball. It was absolutely superb.
Yikes,
You can pick
yikes,
him up here.
yikes.
He's 20 metres away from the ball. He's just wasting some time, and then it just lands in his hands magnificently.
Rampy on that occasion had really good positioning initially. You can see their goal side. But one thing you probably need to do at Willie Rioli.
Yeah, I've only
you
got
need a body
2
check.
right as well.
You just see
I
there,
should have switched to
direct
Port
lane to goal.
Adelaide.
No physical pressure.
Yeah, too many blokes missing the punch too. I mean, that had to be knocked clear.
3 goals 2 weeks in a row for Willie Rioli, and of course what a big week it's been for him. Forced to take a day of personal leave after being targeted again by more online
After being a
abuse.
pussy,
Nice to see him out there today and starring
every
again.
player gets told to off
What Port hope will
themselves.
be a second win on the
And you
bounce. Sydney
sort
tried
of
to change that. Heaney
deserved
inside
it.
50.
Okay, hold up. We could be
Outside
cooking
five,
again.
it's clean.
That's got to be 50. You have to pay that. He sprinted over the mark.
Forward on the mark.
Yo, McLean, you've done nothing all year. Why are you taking your time, lad? You make it seem like you've got 6 quarters left or that you're leading. Hurry the fuck up. You don't need a drink. You don't need a drink, lad. A drink from what?
Dropped a couple of chest marks last week. You'd hope he just
You've done nothing. I've done more sitting in this fucking chair.
See on the game clock there, we're only halfway through this final term.
Only.
McLean trots in. It's a must-have. His kick, his left.
You fucking suck.
21 Port's lead.
4 goals in 10 minutes. That's the equation. Port Adelaide need to get through the next 10 minutes and not concede 4. Swans need to get.
Yeah, tipping this week has been
He has marked that
yikes.
in the end. Another little slip by him. Back pedals.
Yeah, tipping Adelaide was fair.
There, Jared. It's going to be a talking point this year, I suspect.
Wide ball and Grundy.
His
pocket and goes.
Fucker.
Little flick on. Georgiades didn't quite work. Tried to get it to Cochrane on the move. Yeah, it's a wonder that players don't wear longer stops though with the slipping. Here's the Travis Boak injury as well with his hand or his wrist that he's injured. Got a little bit of afters. So he's off at the moment. Lynch will give us an update on that. All about to be flung back in. Lord Grundy. Grundy trying to slip it forward. What's the umpire decided here?
Probably another throw-in, I reckon.
Yeah, they don't always decide that.
Do they?
No, just make it up as they go as to.
They didn't do that before when it fell short.
There's another couple of seconds off the clock. Port will take that.
Look at here, Heaney v Butters.
Port will take more return throw-ins and bounces if they can. Big hip and shoulder. Mead, game 50, hoping to play and a win. Happy to take a little bit of Sharon and a little bit of Heaney on the way through.
Grundy just whacks it forward, trying to make ground. And
go on, Warner.
Get the kind hop here, looking to fend off Atkins. Got to move it. High bomb inside 50. Oh, could work out okay for McLean. Fumbles it in the direction of Francis.
You've handballed it straight to Bergman.
Tackles him. Ball comes out. Heaney to Francis. Radaglia forces the ball out. And now Farrell sees it over the line.
Jeez, you usually see Warner break away in that particular play, don't you?
Yeah, it was a great tackle in the finish. I think the competition knows his game plan. Defender's going to come.
So forward 50 stoppage here for the Swans. They make something happen. Chasing the game. Down to Atkins. To get out of here kick. Florence and Butters as a push. It's a Port free. It's coming back to Zach Butters. Up to 23 today, Butters.
On Francis flies, can't mark it. Spills to Jordan, got it to Roberts. Still time it there, good enough. But this guy, you can't get it past him. It is a block, you're right. So if you're going to pay it at one end, you've got to pay it at the other.
There you go. Consistent umpiring.
Lays the block,
And you've kicked it beautifully.
That's a good pass to McLean.
I just can't. He's going to miss it anyway.
He goes for the chest mark. It's, I reckon it's a flaw in his game. He's collected it, so he goes back and has a kick. He's got to get the hands out. The competition tells you to get them out. You get a free kick if your arms are chopped, but it's obviously ingrained in him. Great kick from Heaney. Sets it up.
Big quarter, Isaac Heaney.
He's kicked 1 goal 3. Ken Hinkley a little edgy in his seat. He knows this one's not over. McLean
does he though?
Struts in. That'll bend back a little.
He's so bad. Get me on there. I'm kicking 100% of what he's kicked.
Yeah, 3-2 for the quarter. So I think Port Adelaide, they still need to score. They've played a little bit conservative in the last 5 to 10 minutes.
They don't need a score, bro. Sydney are not scoring 4 goals if this is what they're doing.
Still need to go down their end and put a score on the board.
Their 2 goals has won them again. Oh my God, am I watching a literal child play?
His accuracy.
How do you not take that, bro?
It has been for a long time. Champion Data's been keeping that stat for 150 years, Jared. Accuracy is paramount.
Port by 20 points. And Butters had another fine afternoon. Rowbottom for company. In it comes. Campbell off the deck. Out to Rowbottom. Butters tackling again. Here's McCartan. Wasn't one touchy there
Meg,
as much as he would have hoped.
Butters.
Always is. Got it out to Sweet. Hooks a kick down to half forward. Malik in the spoil and finds the safety of the line. Where does the turf sit, Geordie, on the couch? Good
Catch the
bat.
ball, that's what I'm saying, bro. They're so
categories.
sloppy, bro.
Yeah, I think
Inaccurate as
as
fuck.
We've been very blessed with
Shit.
the surface that we've been able to become accustomed to.
It's like watching
but
toddlers
that
play,
certainly is up
bro.
to AFL standard.
3,500 square metres replaced at that.
They don't know what that means.
Power go deep inside 50. There's a free. And Georgiades is going to get it.
And that's game over.
Tom McCartan started forward, swung back. He can't believe it.
He hasn't had a great night. Tommy McCartan had no impact up forward. You just see here, hands around.
Yeah, free kick.
Mitch Georgiades, that's what the umpire looks for, either a jumper grab or...
He had both arms around and he swung him. What was he thinking? This guy is so shit.
Three of the last four. One man's done
He
all
might be the worst
Darren
footballer I've
Francis
ever seen in my
at the
life.
other end. And should he kick this, it'll be back beyond 4 goals. Mitch Georgiades trots in. The drop punt. It's good. And
Hey McLean, that's how you kick a ball straight, buddy.
City.
Fucking shit can.
26.
Ugh.
Time on in the final turn.
Well, he could have kicked 6, Mitch Georgiades, but
Yeah, real if
he's
you
been
learn how to
fine
mark a
focal
ball.
forward for them. And you sometimes wonder whether fullbacks actually watch replays of other games, because if you do, you're not putting your arms around a person like that.
Certainly not, no. You're right, you're trying to either get beside them or...
I mean, that's been a free kick 100 times out of 100.
Yeah, a smart forward realises where your opponent's arms are and then make sure the umpire is made aware of it.
He did really well, Georgiades. He pushed back, and it's almost a reflex to put your arms around, and you've just got to get rid of that reflex.
Yep, 3 goals from Georgiades. Willie Rioli, 3 goals. Palpeppa, 2.
From the restart, Grundy engages. Boak's back out there, which is good news. Left it behind. Grundy flicks it out. Bice goes for contact, not going anywhere.
It looked like he had the left ring finger strapped up.
Yeah, this game's making me tired too, bro.
He wasn't that keen to grab that ball. Probably fractured, but he's gone back out there.
Alistair Lynch downstairs for us with that update. Rosie floats it wide and Hope. Hold. McCartan free. Advantage paid. Rampy. Time is of the essence now for the Sydney Swans. Early jump. McLean gets the free. Francis has been their only guy.
Yeah, he's the deepest on Alir.
Heads to Heaney instead. One-on-one. He wins a free, Heaney. Crowd haven't reached for the car keys just yet.
I would.
24 left. Heaney slots this. I won't be reaching for the car keys at all.
He's been an amazing kick round the body for a long time, Isaac Heaney, right or left.
Hurry the fuck up, Isaac, mate.
And kicks the door back open.
Okay. You know what? I'm not even going to say anything. You're not playing Fane, lad. You're not seriously playing Fane. Lads, what are we doing? Might go to bed a bit early. Real, I would have too. If I didn't have to work late.
Different position. Hasn't been at his best today, but still having a great impact. Pretty hard when you're getting tagged and the guy is just trying to destroy you each time and every time, but he did the same there. It was a pretty technical free kick, but they've paid them at one end and they paid it at the other.
Cop being asked for real, yeah. Honestly.
Oh, he's been okay. You know, 4 possessions in a half of footy, the middle half is never anywhere near his standard. So he's been okay, but without he's not going to be in the coach's votes. I think that's fair to say.
So 5 minutes to play. Sydney need 4 goals. Can that spark them? As Sweet palms it down, he's Heaney.
Go on, Blakey.
Got it out towards Blake. He's off and running. Got it to Bice. Ordinarily a good user. Looks inside the forward 50. Hitting up Hayward. Not quite. McLean tackled. And out of play. There's John Longmire. Presented to the crowd at halftime.
Hey, Johnny. How are you doing, lad?
And John Blakey alongside him, the North Melbourne Premiership player.
Big round of applause as well.
Two old mates for many years. Their North days and then at Sydney. Enjoyed great success. Here's Campbell, snapping but missing.
Are you serious right now?
Made it interesting.
Yeah, Nick Blakey had the choice of North Melbourne or the Sydney Swans, the father-son. Chose the Swans. 19 points to margin.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would have
Brisbane,
chosen North.
actually, you could have come to as another one.
Okay, then you're
Good
retarded.
choice,
You
Lynchy.
should have chosen.
Not from my point of view.
Wide ball. Still alive, Francis. He's been their only guy, but he's about to kick it to where he'd like to be.
I think he's earned a spot next week.
Has he what? Sends it long. Heaney, the only guy there. He had 3 Port players to beat. Might still be a chance. McInerney
In the
jumped
back,
on.
has to be.
Rosie all over him. Umpire says I'll ball it up.
Yeah, they're stacking their defensive 50, Port Adelaide. So they're going to get repeat entries here, Sydney. You see they've got spares outside the forward 50, so they're just got to make good choices coming back in.
Grundy, Sweet, Warner, they're all there. The usual suspects. Hard attack from Butters. Boak with the poke. Tried to get it out of there. Bice heads wide. Francis. Sidestep was good. Dance past the...
Go on!
Ran straight through them.
Oh my God!
But it would have been right up there. And it's an even 3 goals now. 3 goals and 3 minutes 55 left.
That's not happening, lad.
Yeah, well, certainly momentum Sydney's way.
Well, Heaney's had a huge last quarter.
Yep.
If he can just give us another 5 minutes of magic, well, then they could get across the line. But Aaron Francis is also lifting. They need the horn at Port Adelaide just to put one final nail in the coffin.
France had 9 disposals,
Yep.
3 goals, 1 4-score involvements in the 4th term.
It's probably the greatest quarter he's ever played in his life.
Well, there might be a man down here. Lord's cramping. So he's a long way from the bench if they want to get him off.
Remembering too, this is a team that kicked 2 goals in the first half. He's kicked 3 1/4. Aaron Francis, while he was sitting off as the sub. Boundary throwing. Sweet knocks it down. Bice gets a second
That
look
was
at it.
sexy.
He's back to Melican. Heads up front. Here he is again, Francis, and Aaliyah knocks it away from him.
So this is where Brodie Grundy, if he attends the forward 50 ruck, try and get that tap over the back.
Yeah,
Usually
real.
where there's a lot
I'll
of
teach him
space.
how it's done, bro.
Ollie Wines mentioned, Corbin gave you the story, the heart issue. It has been an issue for him in his career.
That
Subbed out.
sucks, bro. That's...
Drew tried to get a kick away. Henny smothered his ball. Little flick. Francis got it up. Campbell
You missed
for
that
the
too.
miracle.
Yeah.
So they're 3 goals from the lead now. 3 goals and they lead this game. 17 points to margin.
Lads, there's 3 minutes on the
That's where
clock.
the footy is. That end of the ground. +7 inside 50s. They've had their chances.
They're so useless. 4 goals, 5 in the
Mention
last
the great
quarter.
Lee Matthews, of course, on the couch on Monday night. Geordie, 3
Time in
goals, 3
forward
minutes.
half, 81%.
Good to see Lee again.
His great equation still alive for Sydney on that front. And as Burgoyne sends a high ball down
that's
the
game.
wing, and here's Horn Francis who takes the mark.
Alright, I would
Now
not be a better
Adelaide
coach. I won't even try
Drain the last
bullshit
bit of
that.
sand
but
out of
like,
the
damn.
hourglass. Nervy 3 minutes.
He's not
Ben
coaching
Jones
bad,
to
just the
Atkins.
team's playing
Club
like
debut
shit.
today to former Crow, former Sun.
You have to go
This kicks
now.
that
Go,
under
go,
pressure.
go, go. Yep, hold it up,
Sydney go.
hold it up.
He
Good
wants to
job,
go.
you dickhead.
Rowbottom.
Good
Sydney
kick.
inside the centre square to Blakey.
Blakey.
He's got it 70 out. Looks for McLean, who marks.
You have to kick that right now. Yep, good.
Well, that's
Rush
a
it,
result
now
of
go.
Port
Go.
Adelaide just being a little
Why are
bit
you
too
taking your
cute.
time?
I
Hurry
think
the
with
fuck
ball in
up.
hand,
You're 10 metres directly in front. Why are you continuing to go back?
Waste no time. Skips in, and we are not done yet.
Okay.
McLean
Okay.
goals, and Port Adelaide's lead is trimmed to 11 points. 2:22 to play.
For Sydney, or for both teams, but I just think that last play on the outer side, Port Adelaide were too safe for me. They needed to take ground quickly. That kick from Rowbottom. That just broke open the play. Just see there, kick to Blakey, terrific kick, high risk, but you see the reward when it comes off.
And win, lose or draw, I mean, if the Sydney go down, it'll be accuracy alone that's cost them the win there. Outside chance to win it, as we know. But
Let's not say
sometimes
anything.
you've gotta have
Let's just not say
a
anything,
close one
lads,
like
okay?
this and get your game back, and they've got a lot of good things back in their game in this second half.
The big guns are in the middle. Rosie's in there. Butters. And
And the crowd's found voice. Drew with Heaney to try and stop Heaney from running and doing this. Caught. Back to Grundy. Got a kick away. They're 2 goals from the lead, the Swans. They need some luck. They need a hero.
I need it. Ball!
Tackle machine. Francis. He's been the guru to Rowbottom.
Rowbottom, I hope you end your life tonight.
Back to Port Adelaide.
How do you fuck that up?
What will Sin do from the kick in here? 2 goals, 2 minutes.
Well, they need to go long and wide, and they need to get all their numbers across to that side of the ground, create congestion. From here, a little bit too spread out.
Peter.
They're looking for out in the bounds with a punch over the line.
You're damn right Swans are in this.
Long kick out towards halfback, bounces off the chest of Melican and out of play.
They're in this. They're most definitely in this, lad.
Leading into today, and they're not going to win this one. They were 28 up at three-quarter time and now lead by just 10.
Yeah, 5 goals, 6 to 3 goals in favour of Sydney.
Don't care as much about the quarter one as they will the 4 points. And they've got 2 minutes to navigate.
Chad Warner.
Here's Chad Warner on the end of it. Got it away towards Roberts. Tumbles a kick goalward. Not the bounce he was after.
Is that a big game though, Roberts?
My God, this team, bro. This team. I couldn't imagine being a Sydney fan, bro. I couldn't.
Bad result there. They did it out of bounds.
They did, yeah, you're right.
Adelaide got the favourable bounce. Still 2 goals. 1:36 left. It's doable.
I mean, it is just very unlikely. Oh, you can't drop that. Why would you tap it that way?
Doesn't take the Sheeran.
It has to be. Yep. Nice, nice, nice. Hurry the fuck up. Hurry the fuck up. Hurry the fuck up. Hurry the fuck up. Wicks. That's big. How do you drop that? Retire, you fucking shit can. How do you fucking drop that?
From there, goes inside to McInerney. Port players fly off hands. Heaney feeds it out wide. Francis
retire.
Back again. Cleary in turn. Butters waits. We're down to 50 seconds. Wide ball. Front on contact. Florent free. The Swans need 2 in 47 seconds.
Florent looks inside the forward arc to Cleary. Hang on. Oh, I think they're giving
the other way
here.
What?
Isn't that a moment? And the Swans thought they were about to reload. Instead, the ball's given to Pau Pepper. He chips it to Rioli. And the Power can just about run it out. What a big-time whistle late in the piece goes against the Swans. Cox can't believe it. Hinkley's on his feet. And Burne-Jones trying to peel the last seconds off the clock. Goes long down the wing. Spills to Roberts. Handball away to Ramsey.
I need a hero.
Corridor. Tick, 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 tick. Running out of time. Heaney's got it. He looks out to half forward. Francis, who's had a hell of a final term, gives it back inside to Chad Warner. Eyes the sticks.
You guys need to. Oh my God.
5-8. 5-8 for the quarter.
Makes it 8 points.
You guys fucking suck, bro.
Accuracy has killed the Swans.
Bro.
Such a thing as expected score, which adds up what you should kick according to competition average, and they're victors under that circumstance.
So shit, bro. They're so bad.
And this bloke got them across the line early in the piece. A great win to Port Adelaide.
Swans still winless at the SCG this season. Smashed in last year's grand final by Brisbane, and yet to recover. Sydney Swans, 2 wins, 4 losses.
Port Adelaide edition. We are the power from Port. It's more than a sport. It's the truth. Port Adelaide's edition. We'll never stop, stop, stop till the top, top, top. It's history here in the making. If anyone clips that.
First 3 quarters to seal the victory. I'll love another look at that free kick, Dwayne. On the wing, I was for certain it was going towards Sydney.
So here's the free late. So was that deemed that Roberts pushed
I think that's what the
into Florent?
Wow.
Must have been a call originally. You saw Roberts' immediate reaction.
Yeah, it's just a poor decision in the end. You see there.
So was that a free to Pau Pepper though for the push?
Yeah.
In a marking contest?
Yep. That was what it was boils of water for you. Even the drop mark by McLean in the goal square, but enough was done.
See Tom Harley there having a chat to Aliir.
Yep. It was after an incident earlier in the game where the fan behind the goals had needed to throw one of those sort of clappers at Aliir as he was running back for the footy, and the chief executive straight out there to the former Sydney Swans defender, now in Port colours, to make sure that he's all okay.
And there's got some work to do, Port Adelaide. Obviously, they came here on a mission to get 4 points, and that they've done. But they'll be looking at their last half and their last quarter in particular, where they just didn't get their hands on the ball. Sydney had it 107 times to 64 and kicked 5-8, as you said, Jordan, to 3 goals. Aaron Francis had the greatest quarter of his life, 13 possessions, 3 goals, 1, and a stack of other involvements, 7 score involvements. Isaac Heaney had his finest 30 minutes and got him across the line, but it was to no end because Port Adelaide had done the work and done the work early, and we're seeing a couple of their stars on track at the present time, and there's no doubt that that half-back line set them up so often in that first half.
Yeah. Minus 46 in the contested possession stakes. So they got beaten in there, so that's a room for improvement. But I think you're right, all the damage was done off half-back. Rosie has another good game. It was sat on early on by James Jordan. They decided to drop that tag. Butters with 27, Farrell.
Decision not to tag Butters early, I think they'll question and say, maybe we erred there because that's where the damage was done.
Yeah. Certainly through the stoppages and momentum in the first half.
27 scoring shots to 20. Port Adelaide 13-7. Sydney 10-17. One of the stars of the show forward was Mitch Georgiades. It is with Alistair Lynch.
Absolutely, you were one of the stars. Nerve-wracking, you said you were gassed at the end.
Yeah, it's tough work out here. They came hard in that last quarter. We know what they're going to do. They got some quality players. It was pretty warm today, so I think we're all pretty buggered towards the end, but nice one to hold on to.
Did you feel in the first half you let a few opportunities go? And probably what was Kenny's message at half-time?
Yeah, I think you're right. We probably had an opportunity to put a bit more score on the board earlier than we did. Our pressure was elite in the first half. That's what gave us the lead to start with. And it was just about tidying up some contests around the ball. But yeah, when they came hard in that last quarter, we knew they would do that. So it was a great win.
It looked like early. There was some great ball coming in forward 50 at 8, forward 50 marks in the first term. Dried up after the quarter time.
Yeah, they're quality defence. It's hard work out here. So they were, obviously in the first quarter we were able to get some ball movement, which is nice. Certainly helps the forwards, but yeah, they stopped that a bit in that second half and made it a bit more challenging.
Must be a pretty good feeling, although yeah, it was close at the end, but back-to-back wins and start to get that winning feeling back into the club.
Yeah, exactly. I think now it's probably 2.5 weeks of good football really now, so it's all about building week on top of week, and yeah, there's plenty left in the season.
Tell us a little bit about the surface. I mean,
what am I going to do now? Good question. I am going to, I don't know, probably get something to eat, get off stream, because I got to work later, so I won't be able to watch the Dogs game. So yeah, my tips are cooked. My tips, I've gotten 2 right. 2 right, and that was fucking Essendon and Carlton.
Tell us about
this
Willie Rioli and what he brings
insane.
to this team on and off the field.
Yeah, he brings X factor on and off the field. You never know what Willie's going to do, which is a great part about having him. But he's also consistent with some of the actions he does, and he's a great teammate. Brings so much energy to this club, so we love him.
Oh, Sydney, Mr. Inaccurate. Team sheets will be out in about 10 minutes, so stay tuned. I'll have a video up on TikTok letting you know the ins and outs. Intrigued to see it, but we should see Scrimshaws and C-Mac as well as Frost back, but I mean, we won't know till they release, But anyway, goodbye all. I will see you, I don't know, probably tomorrow when I'm either crying or absolutely bantering Geelong. So, yeah. But yep, that's what accuracy can do. It's the difference between winning and losing a game. Anyway, goodbye all. Don't forget the action continues tonight. No, it doesn't. It does not. Oh yeah, St Kilda Dogs. Forgot about that.